Yeah, we're good.
We're good.
We're on, yeah. Huh?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right. Where does? Oh, I'll tell you where I'll start. First of all, good morning.
Good morning.
How's the audience? I don't care if you're having a good morning or not. Who would care?
Do you care if they're having a good morning?
No, I don't, frankly. A few weeks ago, before we get into some other stuff, and good morning.
Good morning.
Still 10:05. 55 till the hour. 5 past the hour. 25 till the, what is that, half past?
Bottom of the hour?
Bottom of the hour. I never got that right. I mean, I understand it.
I don't really.
I don't understand
It's
that.
the bottom of the, 6 at the bottom of the clock. I've always thought.
Oh, that makes sense.
Right?
That makes sense, but it's stupid.
It makes sense, but it's stupid?
Yeah, like it's literally the bottom of the clock, but it's a
Right.
dumb thing to say in the radio.
Every hour is a trip down and then a trip back up.
So you didn't tell Kim and VB to say that?
I didn't tell. I didn't.
It's too bad. You could have cracked the top 25 if you did that.
Maybe.
I was talking to somebody who thinks you're a snake yesterday on the excuse me, on the phone.
Oh, great.
And we were trying to remember. So, I mean, we tweeted out. I know most of the people, I always forget most of the people listening to the show or watching out are not on Twitter or don't follow it on Twitter.
Correct.
But, or whatever percentage do. So when you did that show, Dave did the boss, to give you an idea of how stupid John Henry and Linda Pizzuti are, how dumb they are. I think how stupid their kids must be. The two of them having kids. They're
Well,
stupid fucking kids.
Maybe they've transcended.
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know. They're ugly kids, right, Dave?
They're ugly kids.
Okay, there you go. I'm sure they're nice kids. They're fine.
Thank you.
Hopefully they wash down the yacht before the kids play on it. But what can you do?
It really never gets talked about.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. I'm sure they're nice. The kid, nice guy. Whatever. Leave the kids alone, I say. They decided to do a radio show, Boston.com did, in the mornings. And combined, I guess, with us, with Entercom,
Well, RKO
was an Entercom property.
was, yes.
Okay.
And decided to do a new morning show and basically hand it over to John Henry as part of
Right.
the Red Sox
Which
negotiations.
Jerry and I were going ballistic behind the scenes. Like, you're fucking doing this? Like, you're going into bed. And Phil Zachary, the old vice president who wanted to be a radio programmer at heart, was our old radio guy. Nice guy. Crazy, but a nice guy. Was like, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. He's like, I'm working on it. I'm putting it together. He came in the office one day. He's like, I have the morning show. And I don't think that's the first morning show. I think it was Meter, right?
Yeah, Meter was there first,
Well,
correct.
was this before your issues with the Red Sox? Because you said you were going nuts, so I didn't know.
No, we were sort of in the middle of.
Okay.
Yeah, there was hatred already building.
All right.
And I'm sure their kids are not stupid. Well, maybe they're stupid. I don't
Who
know.
knows?
Who knows, right? Poor kids.
Test them.
They must be like, Dad, what's that room there? It's awfully dark.
Why would they? They must know all the rooms in the house. I would
Maybe.
think.
Good hide and go secret room. You just got to be careful.
Right.
And so they put together the show. There was a disaster, absolute disaster. Ratings bloodbath. Finished like 30th. We would mock it. Yes, Dave, I think you're aware. We'd mock it all the time. And Dave produced it. Were you like in the? Jerry, this is what Jerry and I were talking about yesterday.
Making good money.
Were you in the? Great. Were you in the?
Just want to point
So
that
was
out
I
there.
at the time.
Cash and
Shit,
checks.
we're gonna do that.
I'm
you
just
know.
saying.
Okay. Were you in the building we were in?
Only at the last half of it I was.
So you saw Jerry and I like in the morning and stuff?
I don't think I ever bumped into you guys.
Morning,
Oh,
boys.
No.
Okay.
No.
Need some coffees?
No, we were in the building. I mean, it was the same hallways. I like where you filmed that, where Kim Kerrigan did the spit take coffee thing was in that coffee room,
It was in the offices section. Yeah.
which they wound up having this machine that made coffee later on.
I remember. Yeah.
Which led to a all-time Jerry just ape shit rant one day, Derek.
You couldn't figure it out?
They even fuck up the coffee here!
Also, if Dave was in the building every day, I think you would have known him.
Exactly. That's
You know,
what
I heard this morning.
I don't know though. I spent a good amount of time in that building, so yeah, I don't know. I was undercover there, I guess. I was under the radar.
So where our studio was, were you right next to us? Because that's where the RKO.
No, so when we showed up, I was in the corner where AAF was. They moved us to the AAF section.
Oh, so we never saw you guys. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So that was way down the hall.
Yes.
I was never. I think I was in that side of the building twice, maybe.
Well, based on EEI was you could literally come in and come out without even being seen.
Which is what I did.
Yeah.
Yes, I had the side doors, and I would go down and go out. Okay, that's interesting. All right.
Now I do remember VB going into your office, thinking to myself, "You fucking idiot!" Like that was why.
the
would
most
you do
annoying person, a very nice guy. I think he's in upstate. You know, loved him was Steve.
that? Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they're buddies. Yeah. Steve used to get mad with that. I would tell this story. He would come in after the show, And he didn't do it while John was there, really. I think he maybe felt like, I don't know, he and Jerry
Feared him?
thought were politically, copacetic or something.
Sure.
So the show would be over. And when the show was over for me, we would go in there. And, you won't believe this with me and Jerry. It was not a particularly chatty room after a show. We would just sit there. We would bitch a little bit, maybe. Then we'd just decompress. We'd talk about whatever. We'd leave at like 10, 15.
Yeah.
VB would come in. This guy VB. Do you know who he is or no?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, just a no talent.
Very nice guy. He would take, there are a couple guys I worked with that produced
Very
for
nice
Greg
guy.
Hill that he would like take out to lunch sometimes.
Oh, yeah, super nice
Wicked
guy.
nice,
That's a
yeah.
little weird, but
What?
what is he?
Well,
That's really strange, actually.
you never did that with Mark Moroso?
What? What is he? Friggin'
Yeah, I'd bring him to Santarpio's.
is he Larry Nasser?
Well, I don't know if he was.
Fuck.
I don't know if grooming was the the intent.
Jesus Christ. What, you get massages at lunch?
I can't. I was not there.
What do you mean, like,
Unfortunately.
like spaz or something?
That type of guy, not him, but or Stiz. You mean? I think, right?
Wasn't Spaz a guy there yet for making that?
Oh,
name
maybe
up?
also maybe.
Was there one?
It's Stiz and Spaz.
Stiz is with Greg Hill, right?
Stiz is the one that likes us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, so he'd come in and like whatever. Let's say the Iowa caucus was 3 nights before. He'd come in and be like, jeez. It's like Huckabee might be pulling out today.
I like that he's got the fresh. He
Yeah,
took 3
that's the
days
thing.
to percolate on it.
And then they'd talk about, and one day I went on the air. Just, it's the only way it works. I went on the air and I was like, I don't want this fucking guy ever to, it fucking annoys me.
Yeah.
Jerry's like, he's a typical Jerry who like, would be like, after the show, be like, oh, why is this fucking guy coming in? On the air, be like, he's a nice guy, leave him alone.
Well, you
So-
don't understand. Jerry is a very specific type of broadcaster. I don't know if you heard this.
Oh, no, I didn't.
He's a pragmatist.
There are very few people I know who wouldn't do that. I mean, I give my sometimes friend, my old partner Kirk Minahan, credit for this, and he's got a little nest egg, he's got family money, but he's one of those people who would say no, and if they fired him, he'd go. I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, he's crazy, and he's a big. He's a man of principle in that regard. I really believe that he wouldn't do this.
Are we talking about Stephen A. Smith
probably
here?
would.
Yes.
I probably would say, yeah, I didn't mean what I said. I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. Can I go now?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more of a pragmatist, and I think Stephen A. is a pragmatist. And what
Well,
Stephen
it
A.
starts with a
did,
P, I'll say
I
that.
was just, yeah.
No, but that's, I have no problem with that because that's what I said all along.
Yeah.
That is exactly right.
I just think it's funny the importance he puts on.
Right.
I'm a.
Yeah. Well, so Stephen A. Smith said that thing about
Shohei Ohtani.
Ohtani, the guy who pitches and hits, right?
Correct.
And said the fact that he doesn't speak, not that he doesn't speak English, but as a translator, right? An interpreter.
Yeah.
May be an impediment to him becoming a major star nationally.
You want to hear it?
Right.
Yeah, 1 second. Let me just say he's right.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mean to be, it doesn't,
I also don't get his argument, though.
what do you mean?
Like, yeah, he's right, but are we just like observing things? Like, hey, if he spoke English, he'd be a
Mike,
bigger
he's got to
star.
fucking do a show for like 3 hours every day. I'm talking about fucking sports.
I know, but I don't even know.
What,
I don't know what
break
the
new ground all the time?
But I don't know what the debate is even. Like, yeah, I guess that's true. Now what?
Well, was he
Do we
saying
make
it-
him learn English? Do
was
we
he-
dethrone him
What
as
was
the
he
best
saying in the
player?
middle of like a 6-minute conversation about the guy where they were just looking to fucking kill time? Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
probably,
You
but-
want to talk about Mac Jones for 10 minutes? Good. You think you'll say anything that's fucking boring?
Was he
you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know.
Wasn't he kind of saying he's worthless because he can't help grow the game to some extent?
He would be more of a superstar if he spoke English, I guess.
Which isn't accurate. It's not accurate whatsoever. They have superstars in the game. It doesn't do anything for the game.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
I don't. Let's be careful here. I kind of want to take a ride down why baseball isn't big highway for 2 hours.
But that's what he's bringing up.
I told everyone baseball was dying before anybody else. I will say that. I fucking said every day on the air, and that's why I'm here with you two idiots today, in a large measure, which is fine with me.
Because you were wrong. You're dead wrong.
I mean, I'm, it's fine. Whatever. The guy's a big star. It's great. We always say this. Mike Trout could fucking put on a hat and walk down this street, and nobody would bother him.
Well, that's the other thing. Is Mike Trout's not marketable either and speaks perfect English.
Right. Baseball is just, it is a regional sport. That's okay. I mean, certain guys break out. Yeah. Generally, they're in New York. I'm trying to think of the biggest stars in baseball in the last 20 years. If you put them in a room, or if you said to 100 Americans, pick this guy out, or the Family Feud game, name me a baseball player of the 21st century.
Ortiz, probably.
Yeah, Jeter for sure.
Yep. A-Rod.
A-Rod for sure. And that's not even really for baseball, like in a weird way. Bonds, I guess, who played a little bit at the start of the decade.
Now we're going back to
But that's, you think anybody would know, what's the dad? I know that the dad played for the Cardinals. The kid's a good player now. He's on the Padres, isn't he?
It's a great question.
Tatis Jr. Is that?
Oh,
it's
Fernando.
yeah, yeah.
Tatis.
Is he on the Padres? Is that right?
Yeah, you wouldn't just recognize him walking down the street.
No, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't recognize,
Xander Bogaerts.
Yeah, well, yeah. I interviewed Xander Bogaerts. It was the most boring interview I ever had in my life. Nice guy.
Right.
We interviewed him down in spring training. And for some reason, I'm in a Jerry mood today. It was it was right. He's been there a long time, Bogaerts.
Yeah.
So I want to say he was like 14 or 15. And Doug Lane, you know Doug, right? Mm-hmm. Very nice guy, but
Well, a bit of a curmudgeon.
Little chatty.
yeah, one of the 3 most annoying people in the world. Like in certain situations, just chatty, but like purposely grumpy. But like a really nice. I really like Doug actually a lot. So he always wanted to talk. Like our room, so the way it worked, we were up in like the second floor at Jet Park in spring training.
Okay.
So it'd sit there. They'd bring a player. Stop bringing players in at the end, thank God. They'd bring a player in or a manager, and they'd sit down, and we'd sit down. They'd usually be during a break or something, or during the flash, and there'd be almost no talk. Jerry would try and talk a little bit. He'd always have his preview magazine with him, so he'd be all excited.
I'm surprised you didn't talk more with Jerry just because you guys are actual friends,
Yeah, but we always talked. It was like, we did talk a little bit, but when somebody came in, then we're not going to talk about what we were talking about.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like sitting there
yeah.
talking about you hate fucking Dale. Xander Bogaerts would be like, what? Maybe, although maybe he hates Dale too. But Jerry would be great. He'd bring out the magazine and be like, boy, it looks like the Athletics are going to be tough this year, huh? Bogaerts would be like, oh, yeah, I guess. Or John Farrell. I remember one time John Farrell, Jerry's like, you're not going to believe who they have 6th in their preseason NL MVP voting. Farrell was like,
I won't believe it. You're right.
know. Who? So we do the Bogaerts interview. It's boring. He's nice. He leaves. He's about to leave, and Doug Lane's like, hey, he's from Aruba, I think, Bogaerts. Mm-hmm. Doug Lane's like, just so you know, I've done some deep sea fishing in Aruba. And Bogaerts is like, oh, yeah, like very nice. And Doug says something again, and Bogaerts is nice. Doug says something again, and Bogaerts is nice. Doug goes like you can give him one. Yeah. I remember saying this to Doug after. You say one thing to him. Doug said like 6 things to him about it. And Bogaerts was like, his whole body was out, like his hand was left in the room. He was doing everything to get out of the room. Anyway.
I'm sure Bogaerts is not a big fisherman either.
Yeah,
Doesn't
whatever
give a
it was.
fuck.
Yeah, and Doug loves, he'd always be like, hey, we're going to go fishing on this trip, right? And we're like, yeah. We'd fucking never go. I think Jerry went once. And it's just, it's like, I don't know. I like Doug, but
That would be me too. Even if I was in your position, I'd feel like I'd be like, oh yeah, sure, let's go.
yeah, it's just it's where Mutt would be good. Mutt would go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm more of a mutt, I guess.
Although when I think of Mutt on a boat, I think of that Marlins pitcher there. What's his name? Alex Fernandez, was that who it was?
Oh, Jesus.
Just not gonna, just given his drug and alcohol.
I don't know
intake.
if that was his name, but yes.
Wasn't it?
Jose Fernandez.
Jose Fernandez. Who's
right?
Alex Fernandez? Jose Fernandez.
I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I could be wrong. I'm
Think you're right. Think of
rattled
Alex
after
Rodriguez. Anyway, long way of saying, let's play the Steven Smith sound.
And I understand that baseball is an international sport itself in terms of participation. But when you talk about an audience gravitating to the tube or to the ballpark to actually watch you, okay, I don't think it helps that the number one face is a dude that needs an interpreter.
Oh, that's not.
so
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
No, you're right.
understand
No,
what
that's
the hell
that's he's actually wrong. That's
See,
actually
I don't
not
get
right.
what he means.
Yeah, he's actually wrong. I'm thinking more in terms of him getting marketability, in terms of commercials and stuff. Then it's just more difficult.
Yeah, well, then I understand his point.
Yeah, but that doesn't. But that's not going to stop like Harry from wanting to go see the fucking game. It's stupid.
Like I just tweeted out like I don't get what his argument is, and people were like, put on your mask, you liberal. Right. And I was like, I'm not even taking a stance on this. I just don't get what he means.
Well, he articulated it in Stephen A. Smith, who hates me as well. Didn't articulate it well. What he should have said was, look, I mean, he's not going to be. Trying to think who the athletes you see most in commercials now, whatever, LeBron and whoever.
Peyton Manning.
And Simone Biles you're going to see forever for the next couple of months. Like, it's hard if English isn't your first language. You can speak English. I saw everyone tweet that, and I saw everyone blowing Jeff Passan, another asshole, by the way. Oh, what a dick he was the one time I dealt with him. And God, this Carrabba's look like a fucking idiot.
He looks jacked, though, no?
Oh, he's roided out of his brains.
Jesus Christ.
He's got huge arms like nothing else, though. It's
I thought
weird.
he was an action star or something.
It's strange.
He
looks bizarre. I saw a bunch of pictures he took on his tippy toes, too, though. People were sending me that.
Oh, is he short? I don't remember.
Yeah, he's like 5'2".
Oh, okay.
4'10", maybe.
Okay.
I don't know, he's short.
I didn't realize.
Jared Roloff, I call him. But yeah. So I'm sorry. So what I said at the beginning probably wasn't right. When I said that he was correct, he would have been correct if he had said it's going to be an impediment for him to make a lot of money in endorsements. That's probably true. But that's just dumb. But this idea that people like he has to apologize for this. What the fuck is he apologizing for?
Well, it's silly, and I don't even agree. I get what Jerry's saying with like it's probably better for him to just apologize and get it over with. But ESPN wouldn't have fired him if he said no. I'm not going to apologize for this.
No.
They wouldn't have fucking gotten rid of him for that.
You want to go back and forget the Floyd Mayweather stuff I fought with him about. You can go find that if you want online. The Ray Rice stuff, man, when that happened, he said some weird things.
He's apologizing like every other week. He apologized twice this week.
He apologized for the
for the
Nigerian
Nigerian-
basketball team. Yeah.
Because he said he couldn't pronounce their names or something.
Which I also don't
There's
get why
no
that's
excuse
bad.
to lose to Nigeria. Some dude, Gabe Namdi, who goes by Gabe Vincent for the Miami Heat, Caleb Agata, Namu, or however the hell you pronounce his name.
Yeah. He just couldn't pronounce the name. Mocks it a
People
little
watch this show every day still? Jesus fucking Christ.
But I don't get why mispronouncing a difficult name is offensive.
It's not a big deal.
You know, it's just
Did we win last night? The U.S. bounced back?
I don't know.
No, was that last night? They lost again, so they lost to Australia, I think.
Yeah, that was a couple of nights ago.
That was a couple nights. Okay.
Give me an update now,
Exhibitions, exhibitions.
I guess.
It's warming up.
But that's true, and that's the difference between Jerry and I. Like, that's why he had a really long career in radio and I didn't.
Right.
That's who he is, and that's who I am. That's not a big deal.
Right.
He used to fight against it like when we were battling about 3 or 4 years ago for some reason, but now I think you can tell he sees the light.
Yeah, the benefits are that your audience respects you more, and I think Jerry, like the people who were hiring, respected him more or liked him more or
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, yes. That's exactly, and I feel a little safer.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if and if it wasn't for me, and if whatever, like I always say, if my dad had finished on my mom's fucking chin,
Right.
I always say that, and
Even like to your kids and
yes,
stuff?
yes, I do. If Dino had retired and been replaced by pick your boring sporto, right?
Yeah.
Jerry probably still have a job because they
Well-
probably wouldn't have gone into that particular.
Well, he
territory.
was actually.
Well, in between, yeah. Well, yeah, right. Well, right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He'd probably still have a job. Like, probably we wouldn't have gone into that. We wouldn't have had Gary in that day, and we probably wouldn't have talked about the Jeffrey Tambor show. I think Jerry was able to. It's harder now, but I think Jerry would have had the ability, as he did on that show with Mutt, to just talk about sports all day.
I don't know though, because I remember when I was a kid listening to John and Jerry, and they would talk about like Brett Myers when he like beat his wife in Boston.
Right.
Like they would get into topics like that. So I think the world changed.
But they were on the correct side
very
of that
quickly.
topic, I'm sure.
Yes.
Right. Right.
But
So-
I guess my point is like they would talk about controversial issues, but the world changed very quick. Where Jerry may have not even known that was a big deal to say at that time.
That was always the thing before you. It was always stick to sports before you.
Well, they did a lot of political stuff
Yeah,
for years and years. That's true. Yeah, they did. And then they didn't, and then they did, and then they didn't, and now they are. And as you'll find out this afternoon, it's working out pretty well for them.
Yes, yeah.
Pretty well for them.
I've heard.
So anyway, I didn't want to start there. Let's talk about IP Vanish before I forget about anything else. Our new partners here. Today's episode is brought to you in part by IP Vanish, a virtual private network, a VPN for short. A VPN is a super important tool that helps you safely browse the internet. So if Mike's on YouTube or looking for annoying orange videos, I know you're a fan of his.
Big time.
What other YouTube videos? Are you a fan of Dream?
Sure. I
Yeah.
don't know what this is.
You know who Dream is, Dave?
I don't.
Oh, well, Kate's a
The
big
rapper?
No, Dream
with the
is
kids?
Kate's Harry are big Dream fans. He's a YouTube like guy. You don't know Dream?
There used to be a rapper named Dream.
Is that right?
Or The Dream.
The Dream.
What happened
Yeah.
to him? Her?
Yeah, who knows? Him.
Oh, gone?
Alive.
He's
Still performing? I mean,
kicking,
still
I'm sure.
working? Still writing?
I haven't heard of him in a
Yeah,
long
no
time.
hits in
Still
a while.
relevant culturally or no?
Not really.
No?
No.
He doesn't write words like lyrics like, is it you and me or just this world we live in? We're living in love? Or are we living in sin? Is that right, Dave?
What?
That's Bon Jovi.
Oh, yes.
No, living in sin?
I thought you knew.
I don't know where we begin. You don't know their lyrics?
I thought you knew the Dream lyrics. And I was like, holy
I
shit.
don't know the Dream lyrics. No. I was giving Dave a Bon Jovi. You don't even know that?
No, I don't know like Bon Jovi like you knew, bro. No, Bruce Springsteen.
This is like Captain Khan. He's like, wait a minute, I don't know like words to the
Oh,
songs.
no, I'm not like a real fan of anything.
I remember
to be
Captain
honest.
Con's argument was like, I don't know the lyrics and like I don't know like the songs.
I don't know the songs of the album names. Yeah.
I did see
I'm
Cons.
from New Jersey.
Cons and Stu went to the Broadway show. I saw pictures of that.
Cons and who?
Cons and Stu Feiner.
Ah,
Who's that?
he's a wacky guy.
Oh,
He
the
does
gambling
betting
guy?
show?
Yeah.
Oh, he's fantastic.
He's great.
He's a nut.
He's unbelievable.
My favorite. IP Vanish VPN. Rated 4.7 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot. IP Vanish provides an encrypted connection for all your internet traffic, helping prevent websites, Wi-Fi providers, even hackers from intercepting your data. Plain and simple. It's gonna make it safe for you to go online when Mike wants to go look at his little videos he looks up.
Yes, my little video.
Oh God, the darkness there. That's what IP Vanish was created for.
I have the boredom there, really, but
It's just an endless search. IP Vanish looks at us. He's on for 7 hours. Find something.
what is he doing?
Jesus, just find a scene and go to town. 65% off monthly and annual by going to ipvanish.com/Kirk. One more time. That's ipvanish.com/Kirk. All lowercase. ipvanish.com/Kirk. ipvanish.com/Kirk. All lowercase. So, I was going to say before we got into other stuff. So Justin had applied for a full-time job, sort of. It sent an email out to Erica Nardini and I a few weeks ago, right before we took the break.
I remember, yes.
Let me see here. So I was texting back and forth with Erica about this
Yes.
yesterday. Did you get an email from Justin? He works for me. She said, no. And I said, she said, do you guys need something? I said, he's looking for a full-time job. He's been really good, helpful. So, I mean, I'm trying here. Like, I have no examples.
That's very sweet of you.
It's a reverse Kirk Minahan. She said, give me an example.
He was my bodyguard in the Socko.
I'd be like, those, but I asked the people that question. Give me an example. And he's stammering around.
Also, what's running through Erica's mind is, which idiot do I have to talk to now?
Correct.
You had to talk to me a couple of years ago.
Correct. And I said, he can also help me out potentially in season 2 of The Case, which I did just really as a jab at Dave. I actually laughed as I sent it.
He's the only one here equipped.
Right. That's exactly right. Nobody else can handle this. Well, what's a seller email? I could talk to him. So did she call you yesterday, Justin?
She texted me.
Okay. So hold on for a second. I'll just get to the good part here for a second. Okay, so I said, then I sent him his number, and I said, in my opinion, he's asking me for too much money for what he's going to do, but he just wants to work for us. My opinion, but hey, listen.
Sure.
I mean,
that's sweet of you.
Well, I mean,
because she probably thinks he's worth like $100,000.
Yeah, well.
But you like to even it out.
I wanted her not to like vomit when she saw his salary request, because I mean, he's not going to get. You'll never get exactly what you ask.
Yeah.
Well, I did my last contract, but that doesn't matter. So anyway, so he just wants to work for us, and I think he'll do a great job. He's very loyal. I said to Eric, what do you think of that, Justin?
It's true. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. And then she says, okay, great. My only question is, what does Dave Cullinane do all day? Seems like Justin wants to do half his work. I wrote back, it's a legitimate question.
Oh, God.
Well, that bodes well for Justin, though.
Well, it bodes well for one and not for another. I will
You
say
threw me
that.
under the bus.
Well, I don't know what you do all day. The hell do I know?
I'm always thinking about the show. I'm always cutting up clips.
Okay, but I don't know what you do. The question is, technically, I don't know what you do all day.
Okay.
That's all.
All right.
And I said, then I said, no, Justin does a bunch of stuff because Dave's producing the show live. He's doing much more social media stuff while the show's going on.
Yes.
And then she said, I got it.
Which has been beneficial. Yes.
I suppose.
Do you need me to talk to her?
You shouldn't
and
be
vouch?
talking
No,
up
I
this
don't,
guy.
I don't think we need that
Might cut into your money.
conversation. No kidding. So she texted, what was the text conversation?
It was very quick. She said, "Hey, it's Erica. Can you email me over your pitch?" And I emailed it to her,
Okay.
and she never got back to me.
Okay. Well, I think you're
Crying, laughing emoji she sent back.
I think you're in the mix though, Justin.
Yeah.
3 or 4 months, you'll be getting a
What's
paycheck.
your salary? Jesus Christ! What's your salary that you would definitely take?
45.
So if she called and offered you 38, you would say no.
Don't do it.
Just would you say no?
I've been there before. Think of my
Okay,
mistakes.
you could say no. I mean, a man has to have his line. I respect that.
Yeah, I would say no.
Hey,
Okay, so if Eric
hey.
Nardini calls you today, or Dave Portnoy, and offers you $38,000 and benefits to be a full-time Barstool employee, you would say thank you, no.
I don't. Put me between a rock and a hard place here.
Well, welcome to the show, Justin. What do you want me to say?
I have to say, for anyone that thinks that Barstool doesn't respect this show, the heads of the company have been on some real minor negotiations.
I don't. That's what I said to her. I was like, I know this is the most important thing you'll deal with all day, but we have to get this.
Well,
thing
he
done.
also said he would never leave the last time we had this.
Yeah, that was I
conversation. So that
cringed.
kind of
when I heard
fucked
that.
him a little bit.
I was like,
Well,
fuck.
but I want him to, if it's, is it a full-time job?
Yes.
I'm not asking you.
Oh.
Dave,
Yes.
is it? I'm not asking you either. I'm just asking out loud, really, because I know the answer. But I want him. Keep in mind, by the way, it comes out of my pocket.
Yeah, I think we can get it there. I think we can get it to being rational to be a full-time job. I think on paper, the way he's laying it out right now, it doesn't sound or look that way, but we can get it there. Lots of ideas, a lot of collaboration.
What do you mean, like bullshit and lying and like making shit up?
If we all put our heads together on how to fool this broad.
No, I just mean like
we can make it like a full-time job.
no more initiatives, more content, more.
Will
stuff
you continue to clean the bathrooms?
Of course.
Well, that's an important part of the job. There's no question
It
about
needs to get
that.
done.
Yeah.
Yes. Would you vacuum in here?
I have before.
Okay, good.
I think he enjoes. I think that's his favorite part of it.
I do like
I think you like the cleaning process.
do,
of it.
yeah.
Maybe that should be maybe you should run a cleaning company.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think you might. Like I'm
Undercut
telling you.
Jared.
If you're not careful, he will.
Would you do it for 12,000?
Kirk, you're killing me here.
Your answer to that should be, I'm not some pussy like Mike Geary.
But
It's going to take whatever you make me.
But it's a fair question though. When she said, "What does Dave do all day?" And I'm like, "Well, that's true. Like,
Yeah.
Justin's kind of doing his job for him."
That's not necessarily
Not
the
true.
case.
Not true.
No.
Erica, think of the amount of tweets he gets. He's replying to every single one.
Who's more important to the show, Justin? You or Dave?
Dave.
Oh, I disagree with that.
Oh.
Why do you say that? Why would you say
We
that?
should look at the numbers then.
Well, I mean, Justin's been here longer. He's been loyal.
Why have I not been loyal?
Why have you-
One
that's a good question for you, why
one
you've not been
stupid
loyal.
thing the other day that was literally nothing. I did a horrible job defending
Oh,
myself.
just in general. Like you left. You went to work for Jerry. Then you kind of were cold on us, and you came back,
Are
which
you
is fine.
fucking nuts? You would trash me, and I'd still pick up the fucking phone.
You think you're more loyal to me than Justin?
well,
No.
Justin
This
literally
guy's clean my bathrooms.
There is nobody who would be like you. He's obsessed with you. Like
That's
what-
not
there's
true.
no-
That's not true. That's not
He
making
cramped
sense.
up after 17 miles and almost died.
17.
However, it was.
No, Justin is definitely insanely loyal to
Correct.
you.
And that's why he's
Yeah.
going to have a job with me. As long as I'm here, Justin will be here. As long as he
Great.
wants to be here.
Great.
As long as he's willing to work for $6,000, which I've said in the past. I said to Mike,
Number
it's a
keeps
hell of a,
getting
hell of a handsome salary, and 1826
Righteous bucks.
in 1919. The Black Sox, Justin.
I do.
You know how much they got? You know how much Eddie Seacott, the ace of the team, got paid to throw the World Series?
Was it like $300?
$10,000.
Oh, yeah, I was
10 grand.
Hey, we had to go back to Lincoln for me. So
Right, we're offering you multiples.
Things are
of
looking
that.
up.
not multiples of that necessarily, but somewhere in that neighborhood. A man could do. And what? You're living with your grandfather, right?
I am.
You paying rent?
I'm not.
Easy Street. What bills do you have?
Just up with car stuff and then school.
You still have your school payments?
Yeah.
They're gonna be gone soon.
Pricey.
Biden's gonna wipe those babies out. They're
Oh,
saying.
yeah, maybe.
Gone. How much money you have left in school?
Like 40.
40 grand?
Yeah.
Done. I'll pay it.
Didn't he immediately
No, not
just
really.
abandon that though? That was
he
his big thing,
Yeah.
and then he's
well,
like,
that's
I'm
what
not
the
doing
Globe
that.
had some op-ed the other day. I didn't even read it. They were like, let's abolish student debt. And you're like, well, that sounds really like nice in like a pretend world, but then what happens?
Yeah.
Like,
We just
okay.
shouldn't make people have to go to college.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that should be the
that's
answer.
true too. So, all right. So there you go, Justin.
Let me ask. Can I ask one question here? If he took a lower salary and said, "Can I earn more in the future?" What are ways where he could provide enough value or make more money for the show? Like, how can he make more money for
Here's
the
how we
show?
can make more money. I don't know about make more money for the show. We can work here and then get a part-time job at the fucking car wash.
Yeah, but come on. There's got to be a way for him to.
Why is that my responsibility?
It's not.
Jesus Christ.
No, but can you pass that over to us on the business end to try to make more money for the show so we can make more money for Justin? And then maybe invest more money in some other area that we want to grow the show for. Because we actually do have the show's best interest at heart, even when we're potentially asking for money. Is that fair?
There's a terrible movie called The Island of Dr. Moreau. You know that movie?
I'm familiar with it.
Val Kilmer's in it. Actually, the guy who Pedro became friends with, the smaller guy, Nelson.
Nelson something?
He's in.
Yeah.
I believe he's in that. Interesting. And Val Kilmer's in it. And it was a very, very bad time in Val Kilmer's career. And Val Kilmer was talking to Brando before a scene. He said, "What's my motivation for the scene?" And Brando said, "Your salary is your motivation for the scene."
That's good.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
100%.
Yes. I mean, we're going to try and get him. If he wants, sure. If there are avenues for him to make more money, great. Like what, Dave?
No, but you're not as keen on those revenue ideas.
I don't-
and just
I don't care about them.
Correct.
Justin, run away.
So can
if you're
we?
hearing revenue and merchandise, get the hell out of here.
No. I care about it from growing the show's perspective and potentially giving the fans what they want from the show.
Oh, sure.
No,
That's exactly your motivation.
why? You just think everything's about money with everybody? That's always your assumption.
With you, it is.
Why?
With him, it
Why would
isn't.
that be that? Where have I
With me,
shown
it
that?
is.
No, I said with you it isn't.
Where have I shown that to you? That money's the only thing for me.
So
Where
you're
have I shown
just,
that?
you just like the like the
No,
revenue.
you don't
just
think
like-
I wanted to work with you on radio.com, so I accepted bullshit money to work with you? You don't think that was...
What bullshit money? Your day's salary?
My salary for radio.com was garbage. But I
It's your
took it because
fault. You took it.
No, I wanted to work with you, and
Anyway.
I trusted that if we did something
Anyway.
right, you could grow
Okay,
that.
I don't trust you. So what's your point about Justin?
My point about Justin is if we can focus on generating
Like
more
what?
revenue for the show,
Like
we can
what?
get him more money.
Okay, well, we're going to get, I know for a fact, I am going to get a very healthy bonus through the Wilbur, through the K Season 1, through the advertising we've had this year, the 2 Sacco shows. So come February, March, when I get that check, Justin will see, I think, a nice portion of it, if he's still here.
Classy of you and well-deserved for Justin.
Yeah, you won't.
I'll
Kelly
try
Martin
to
fucking
earn.
stump.
I'll try to earn that.
That's
trust.
true. Yes, yes, you still have a chance to earn that trust.
Pay Steve and Carano.
I told you about
Harrison.
it.
I'm
Isn't
not giving Steve any
isn't that-
bonus. That's that shot.
Isn't that something? Like I told you about it. I didn't necessarily have it.
Well, Justin said that you did, like it was some joke or something.
No, well, I said to him, I knew when I would tell you.
Did
it
you
would
not
be-
tell Kelly? This is like a joke that you didn't tell Kelly Martin?
No, I told Kelly.
I
Martin.
still don't, like, I've thought about this for the last couple of days. I still don't understand it. I don't want to really
I did a
revisit
bad
it.
job.
It makes no sense.
No, so I think what happened.
If you speak to her again,
I won't.
you're fired.
Okay.
Like, I'm
fine.
serious.
No, no,
Like,
I
if
get
you
it.
ever speak to her again, I'll find out about it.
No, but can I just?
And I'll fire you.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Can I just
What
tell
about like
you?
a friendly dinner?
No. Yeah, well, that's different. That's different. Just a couple of pros. Yeah. Just talk in the game. Yeah. Go ahead. Yes, Dave. Go
No,
ahead.
I didn't do a good job articulating it as always.
Odd.
I got a lot of emails when I started the job from a lot of different people about protocol this, HR this, all these different things. And I think in my head, I was just like, check the fucking box and let her know. I did not ask for her help. I didn't do anything of
I heard
the
the word
sort.
permission. Did you hear that word, Mike?
No, I did not ask for permission.
I don't recall that.
I did not ask for permission. I said, just to let you know, we booked X. I guess I should say I because it's on me. That's
Which, by the way, reminds me, excellent foreplay episode. The guys played 18 holes with Gilbert Gottfried. It was incredible.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was really good. It was
unusual.
really, yeah, it was really good.
Dave found a pretty good clip. If he wants to take a shot at me here, he found a pretty good clip from the first time this came up.
Oh, really?
Somebody who's in charge of booking guests.
Kelly. That's a good resource to have, actually.
Great, but like
That's
why-
how you. I will say that's probably how you would get like Gilbert or someone like that. Kirk, let me teach you a little about
Fucking
me.
2
years ago.
Kirk, I've been doing this
Fucking
for up
idiot.
to 3 weeks now.
The idiot. Jesus Christ, what a dummy. Mike full of bluster, the hope and optimism at that point. So young
I'm a
and
pro now.
so hopeful for his life. How things have changed. Well, there you go. So I think it'll work out. I actually think it'll work out for Justin. I hope it does.
I hope so. Yes.
I'm happy about that.
Why?
I don't know. I like Justin. I like working with him. Collaboration, trust is building.
Okay.
Hard worker.
He took, so do you have that sound I asked for?
Yes.
So it was on their wrap-up show on the Kirk Minahan Network, which I watched some of this show that Dave texted me yesterday. He's like, you're not going to believe this, like dynamite character we're going to put on the show tonight.
Come on.
Who was it?
Montante. Mike Montante.
I watched like 2
Did
seconds.
you really say that?
No, I didn't say
okay.
dynamite character. I said a good guy, a fan of the show.
No, you said he's a character.
Oh, he is a character. Like, he's a
But
funny
you went
guy.
out of your way to text him about
Yes.
this guy?
Oh, I wanted approval. I'm big on
okay.
that. I'm big on that.
all right.
That got the Kirk Minahan shore like so fast. Like I don't even think you were done texting.
No,
I just
I
saw the
wasn't.
bubbles and I was
I
like,
knew it.
sure.
I knew it.
Didn't even care.
Fine.
It was, I mean, what I watched was unwatchable. I don't know. It was dreadful. But anyway, that's fine. Put it on there. I don't care.
Yeah.
Good for him. So Justin was on with
Andrew.
And they were talking about Steve came up because of, I guess we talked about him Monday. I don't recall.
Oh, yeah. Have you texted
Oh,
him
yeah, a
before?
little
Have
bit.
you been
Yeah,
texting
yeah.
him?
Oh yeah. So yes, I'm sorry. So then Justin basically goes and fucking rips all over Steve, in my opinion. Like it's like I think I like about Justin is sort of this like he and Colleen are like buddies now, and like Steve, look at that big smile on Colleen's face, and like Steve was like this cold, calculating asshole, which I have no patience for. Like Steve was a great boss to Justin. Like you know how many times Steve was like, no, Justin's, because I was like, what the fuck is he doing? He's like, no, he's useful, he's good, we like him, and Justin's fucking burying him on this thing.
That seems like a theme with Purdue. Do I remember this wrong? But like, didn't you have, like Ken and Curtis pretended to hate each other when they got together?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden they were best buddies.
Right.
Yeah. There's a weird thing that
that's what
producers
happens
do.
though, and I know they just shit. You know, they talk about what an asshole I am. That's how they. That's fine. Like that's how they build their bond. I understand how that
Ridiculous.
works. I have no problem with that. I've seen it happen 3 million times. But fucking Steve was nothing but great to you, Justin.
Is that not true?
I 100% agree.
Play that sound.
Okay, so JD has a question. Said, "What's the biggest difference so far in working with Cully versus Steve?" The biggest difference between working with David Cullinane versus Steve Robinson, I'd say, is that Dave is definitely there was more of a work relationship between Steve and I. There was definitely more of like he's the boss, I'm the underling. Dave's definitely my boss, and I still consider him that way. But the way just Dave talks is more. He talks to you as if you're an equal, which I'm not saying this is a bad thing.
Yeah, it's sort of that like, I don't have patience for that.
No, I understand what he's saying.
Show
though.
Steve his
I think,
respect.
Of
yeah.
course.
But I get what he means. Like,
I mean, Dave as a producer cannot carry Steve Robinson's jock.
well, of course, we all know that,
Right.
But
I mean, he's not a pimple on Steve Robinson's fanny. As
I think Justin will admit that. We all understand that.
Who's a better producer, Dave or Steve?
Steve Robinson.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Who would you say, Mike?
Steve Robinson, of course.
Dave?
As of right now, probably Steve Robinson.
Yes. Yeah. I would say it's this. Well, it's that, but that's so maybe it's like my issue. It's more that where it's kind of like, hey man, like we're just bros back
Oh,
here.
stop.
Like, yeah, we're,
Stop.
Yeah, like we're just equals. Like, what's going on? Who's producing the show today? I fucking forget. that whole thing where it's like, no, and then Justin's like, Dave's his boss.
Yeah.
Who's your boss?
Kirk. Seamus
Jesus
Monahan.
Christ.
Are we even doing a show or are we just hanging? I can't tell the difference.
It's like, are the mics on? What's going
But I
on here?
think, I don't want to speak for Justin.
All right, Justin,
but
I
I
wanna
think,
look at you.
I like Steve a lot too. But the difference between Dave and Steve is like, Steve made me feel dumb. Like, that's the reason I think I didn't joke around with Steve the way I do. Dave makes me feel sane. Like I'm a human being.
I don't like that.
When
That's just as much of a dick thing to say that he said.
I don't like that.
Oh, was that insulting?
Yes.
I apologize.
I love the tension you and Steve had together.
Yeah.
But you guys also liked each
I
other.
like Steve very much, yes.
Yeah, Dave doesn't like Steve, but that's a different
It's
conversation.
not true. We're not best friends. It's not true.
Meanwhile, while you were gone, like I would always, whenever Dave's name came up, I would always say Dave did a great job with us.
Yeah.
And I love Dave.
So
I
what,
do.
what does that have to do? Like, so what? Like, I don't understand.
Okay, you suck them.
Yeah, but why do I have to hate Steve all of a sudden? I don't hate Steve.
There you do.
No, I do not.
You told Mike that.
I do not. I
Yeah,
did
you
not
mentioned
tell
it a few
Mike.
times.
Yeah.
What did you say?
A few times. He
Yeah,
said.
it's not
Let's
good.
not say I hate Steve.
What's your issue with him?
I have no issue with Steve, really. We just
What do you
weren't
mean,
buddy
really?
buddy. We just weren't like buddy buddy. That's
How's
all.
the so? My breaking news here. I think Karama's going to get the Jerry job.
That is breaking news.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Especially because Ironhead was in yesterday.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
All right, Ironhead, let's do this.
Pipe down, Ironhead.
We call him IH on my show to differentiate.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Is he enjoying that experience or no?
He seems to enjoy it very much.
You
Yeah.
even talked to him about it really, or?
Yeah. We bring it up on the show once in a while. That's about it.
Yeah.
But I noticed he stopped plugging yesterday.
Oh, is that right?
Jared just zipped right out.
Oh, is that
So
gone?
it must be a Carano job.
And more people probably listen to yours anyway.
Well,
Let's be serious.
I noticed more of a bump from the Minifans. I'll admit that.
It's the same audience. It's just a different size.
Oh,
the same
right. Oh,
people.
it's never mind. Maybe I hear from the.
It's sort of the same exact crowd, just one's
Yeah.
bigger than the other.
Yeah.
Oh, what was I going to say before I get to the first thing? I'll do Simply Safe in a second. Oh, what the fuck was that? I don't know. I'll remember it later. SimplySafe.com/Kirk gets you a 60-day risk-free trial and a free security camera and your home totally secure all the time. Chad Lawrence and his wife Eleanor designed their first security system in their kitchen. That's the founders of Simply Safe. They're there for a real reason. Their friends just had their home broken into. They were struggling, like I think a lot of people do, to find a security system that was simple to set up and would make them feel safe again. It's a pain in the ass usually. Not at Simply Safe. For over 15 years, they've been providing safety in people's homes, businesses, offices, and you can do it yourself. It takes about 2 minutes to customize the system, another 5 minutes once it gets there a few weeks later to set it up at simplysafe.com/Kirk. Simplysafe.com/Kirk today. Customize that system and a free security camera. Nothing to lose with that 60-day risk-free trial. Simplysafe.com/Kirk. Simplysafe.com/KIRK. So there you go. What else is going on, boy?
I didn't know if we were going to replay our secret guest that's not so secret anymore today.
We could play it today or Wednesday at the end of either show. It's fine with me.
Yeah.
I'm open to it either way. It was Gilbert Gottfried. It was great. I thought I had a great time.
I thought you almost cut it off short. I felt like you could have done another hour.
I know, but I
if you
didn't know
wanted
what
to.
the I texted
didn't
Dave
expect.
during it. I didn't know with his time. I don't want to give the guy,
I didn't think
seemed
you
to
were
be-
that guy.
He seemed
What's
to be
that?
enjoying it though.
Yeah, it was kind of a weak move by you.
why.
I just think that was, you had Gilbert Gottfried on. You wanted to talk to him for a long time. You
but
could have
I
went for an
also-
hour. It was super funny. Why wouldn't you just keep going with him? You're Kirk
Pulling the
Minahan.
marionette strings again.
but you're-
Riling you up.
No, I'm just saying.
Because he has things to do, Dave. He's a human being. And
So
I don't
do
think he's-
you.
I don't think he's dying. Correct. And we asked him. He's the guest. We didn't give it time. Good job by you. We had no idea how long it was supposed to be.
Yeah, but
Why
I
did you ask that?
Because I wanted him to go for an hour. If I say,
Why?
how long do you want to be? He's going to be like 20 minutes. And
Well,
I'm
right,
going to
then
get
we
into
do 20
a back and
minutes.
forth dick battle about, can you do
care. It's
30
not-
minutes?
Well, to be fair to Dave, I don't think it would be Gilbert saying I have 20 minutes.
No,
it
it's
would be
just people.
some publicist
Right.
saying
And then you
that,
go,
yeah.
but then, Dave, when you say that, then you go for about 40 minutes or 35 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't want to get
You
into a
don't go, if
negotiation.
it's 20 minutes, you don't do 20 minutes.
Did you get in the vibe that during that interview that he was ready to cut it
No,
off?
but I thought we were kind of coming to the end.
Yeah.
I think we'd asked. Like, I didn't think there was much left to ask.
And the reason I thought you ended it was because like the Stern stuff, he didn't have like
He didn't have a lot to say.
He didn't
on
give a
it.
fuck.
And
Really.
he was great. We had fun. And
Yeah.
then I was like, well, I mean, there wasn't like an hour. I didn't think there was an hour there necessarily.
No, but it was cool. He was having fun. That
No,
was
we-
cool. It was cool to just hear him laugh.
But I also think Dave, and because you're a fucking idiot, you don't know how to do this, is he had a good time.
Yep.
And then while he's having a good time, you end it. So the next time you talk to him, he might say, oh, yeah, I had a good time with those guys. I'll do it again. Versus, oh, Jesus, those guys had me on for 90 minutes.
Before I ask him about Aladdin.
It's a savvy. It's a savvy play. It's a savvy play.
So which one is it, Dave?
I like your route.
Okay, thank
Yeah,
you.
all
Boy,
right.
that didn't take
Yeah,
long to
yeah, I
determine.
like your route.
But it was fun. At first, it was funny. Like at the beginning, when like he's like hello, and like
you get the real Gilbert for a second. Yeah.
sort of, yeah. And then he was great. I set him up. They gave me this whole thing. Well, we'll play it either today or a couple days.
Yeah. It's not
gave
that much of a difference. It's just like it's almost like he's just waking up, where he's like, oh, hello.
Right. It's like a documentary
Yeah.
voice, but it was fun. Yeah, it was good. Good job, Dave, getting him. Who else? What other guests do you have lined up in mind? Who you like to have? Let's round table this.
I reached out to Colin Quinn. He's a good. I don't think you like him. I reached out to some. Well, no, I didn't reach out. I'm gonna run people by you now. You seem to like those texts. Last night you
Guys
liked
booking
that
my
text.
show. It sounds
You say I like them?
Well, I don't know. You responded quickly to it and said no.
Doesn't mean with who?
Julie, what's her name? K. Brown or
Julie K.
whatever.
Brown.
Yeah, I just
about
thought
the
it was a
Epstein.
story you
I don't
liked.
want to talk
Yeah.
about Epstein anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who else you got?
I reached out to Colin Quinn.
You told me that. Okay.
I
Is there a
reached-
different one?
Nope. I reached out to.
the guy that works at a bar in South.
My friend Matt has a son named Colin Quinn.
I
It
kind
could
of
be him.
I kind of went on the comedian circuit over the weekend.
I'm getting that sense. Yeah.
Yeah, like Chris DiStefano and stuff. I don't think you'll like
He
him.
wouldn't want Chris to stop.
No, I know, but I kind of just doing a volume play, and then if Kirk says yes, say
Sounds like quite a volume play of one person.
No, I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. I sent
Like,
a bunch
would
of
you-
emails.
Why don't you just say you've reached a couple? Well, go ahead, Mike.
Would you even want someone like Tim Dillon or something like
I reached out to Tim Dillon.
Not really.
Yeah, because he's even someone like that who I think would be like a good guest.
Yeah,
on
but
the
I
show,
feel like
he
I've
doesn't-
heard like we're gonna talk about like what we could talk about. Like I don't know what he's good, but like what's he gonna really add?
Right. And
know
what
what I
would you? You're not like a fan
No,
of his.
like
necessarily,
I've
so
heard
what
him
would you ask
obviously,
about?
but yeah, like I'm not a massive fan of his.
Right.
No, I want to have on like let me see who can you get on next for me?
Kevin Nealon was somebody.
Kevin
who's-
Nealon I like.
reached out to.
Kevin Nealon
good.
I would
That's a
talk
good
to.
one.
Yeah, reach out to him. I like Kevin Nealon.
Okay.
Yeah, Kevin Nealon. I like him. Who else would I like to have on? Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I like him in Wall
See if we can
Street.
get
on it.
Yeah. Martin Sheen, Kevin Nealon. Let's pick a couple of random people. See if Dave can book them.
Well, I mean, you're two
Are you familiar-
you're two
Rob Schneider.
dream guests.
Are you familiar with the actor Todd Bridges? We tried a while ago to have him on.
That would be big if Dave could book Todd Bridges. That'd be a big fuck you to
What was
Steve.
it? Was it Thursdays with Todd? What was it
Todd's
gonna-
takes.
Todd's takes.
Yeah.
Todd Bridges would be good. Who are my two dream guests, Dave?
Well, I got Brandy, right?
That didn't end so well for us.
Well, that was your fault. not
Yeah,
mine.
but
Actually,
he-
that actually
you
was
know,
not my fault.
he
That
did
was
it.
bizarre. Weren't you in like the delivery room or something?
That was when we were trying to do the Instagram thing or whatever. Yeah.
Right. How's that going?
Instagram's growing. There's good engagement on Instagram. Yeah.
Who was the other dream guest?
Well, Gilbert. That's
Oh, yes.
you guys were talking about it 2 years ago. So
That's a shot at Steve right there.
no, I'm not, it's not a shot at Steve. I'm just saying. Could have been a timing thing.
I don't think he put a lot of effort into that one.
He was maybe also never in the area, Gilbert. I don't remember.
Yeah, Gilbert's here this week too. That just might have been timely.
Yeah. It's July 18th, 7:30 p.m. Providence. You going, Mike?
I'm not, unfortunately. But I think it's a Sunday night, so I'd be here the next day.
It is funny in his bio here. It says it mentions the Cosby Show as one of his. Damn it! I forgot to ask about Bill Cosby. I bet you he has stories.
I would at least have a take, I think.
True. So we can do that either today. Whatever. We'll see how we're doing. What else is going on? I wanted to play. Do we have that? Is that Greg Hill's thing as good as the guy said or no?
I don't know. I want to see what your take is to it because the guy had the wrong numbers. He said they donated $2,000. Greg Hill showed up with a $5,000 check to all these
pretty good.
businesses.
That's pretty nice.
It's worth playing and it's
It
corny.
doesn't bail him out of. It's weird to do like a hey, guess look what I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Because it's not like it bails these restaurants out of ruin. You know.
Right. It's almost like having a video where you know, if you're on like Barstool, you have somebody on from a restaurant and tell them you're going to save their lives and video the whole thing. Is that what you're saying?
I suppose it's a little like that. I don't know what you're referring to, but
Of course, they're literally saving those companies, but
yeah, I would think it's a little more. But
well, I'm hesitant to rip Greg on this one.
Yeah,
I'm
you
going to say.
You want to give it a
it's
shot?
charitable.
Yeah. Sure, why not? Okay, all right, I'm ready to rip them now.
Today, I get to go and surprise restaurant owners in Boston with $5,000 grant checks like this one from the Restaurant Strong Fund. Thanks to everybody who's given and to
Well, hold
Grubhub.
on.
So,
I mean, he's doing he's doing a good thing.
He is.
For sure.
I mean, if a restaurant's in real trouble, I don't know this. I don't know much. As Paulie said in Goodfellas, what do I know about the restaurant business? Since any longer, it'll be a fucking stool. So say Halfway Cafe was struggling, right?
Yeah.
Next to us over the where Dave always, after every show, Dave, like, if it has a wrap-up show with, like, listeners, they just come by.
Yeah.
Dave takes them out to lunch.
Me and Justin may be there today. Apparently.
Oh, is that right?
I believe so.
Why is this?
No, we're doing. Justin and I are trying an
Never
idea
mind.
out today.
Never mind.
For
Justin
lunch?
invited me to a couple
No,
lunches.
Justin's coming back to the studio to record an idea with me.
I was hoping we could all have lunch today. Well, maybe
damn.
next time.
Damn it.
So, so if I walked over to Halfway Cafe, let's say they were really struggling. I said, here's $5,000. Does that do anything for them? I mean, I know it does $5,000 worth, but what does that mean?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Is it doesn't bring them
That's
out
not
of.
that's not to rip Greg. I'm just actually asking practically. I don't know.
And if you did that, would you videotape it?
I certainly
show
would not.
everybody. Yeah.
That's the world now, though. That's what everybody's doing. They're videotaping. You're documenting. You're not.
I do a lot of
creating.
charitable things I don't videotape.
Yeah. This promotes the charity. I guess that's the idea.
I
but-
guess. Yeah, I guess. Well, good for Greg. I mean, look, my issues are not with Greg Hill at all. I mean, I think he stinks and his show stinks. But, like, he's always been okay to me. People say he's an asshole. I never experienced that. And he's doing a nice thing. I think he's doing it so people will say he's a good guy. But so what?
Right.
Still charity.
Yeah. It's an odd. But then you made a good point. Like Barstool does the same sort of thing, and they're helping out a lot of restaurants.
Right.
So,
I mean,
like,
they're doing it at a much larger scale, but they're a much larger scale.
right. Exactly.
You know.
Yeah.
Although I guess
I'll say compared to like viewer and listenership,
it's a lot.
Greg's almost giving him all he's got.
But we gave like all that money to that little sick kid. We talked about that on Mancock's Kid,
Oh right.
right? The VFW. Like we do things like that.
Little sick kid.
Well, it was a little sick kid.
Yeah, sure. That's what you made these
Whatever.
people believe.
A little sick kid called a casino for that guy.
What happened? What happened to Mancock in that issue? Is this kid okay or?
I think so.
Dead.
I hope so.
Passed away.
No, don't be in that.
Yeah, don't be a dick about it.
God.
Well, I mean, what kind of a question is
Michael,
that?
Michael never know. You're banning all his kids.
You just kind of gave money and then you don't hear. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about
What's
it.
he supposed to do? Take a daily update?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
what do you-
true, yeah.
What the fuck do you want me to do?
A C minus in history? What did we pay for?
Do you understand?
You ever just check in?
Do you understand Tim from Canton donated $75? You fucking asshole! Go to your fucking room! What's wrong with you?
Cut from soccer. Cut from soccer.
Hey, you want to see a cut? Get the fuck over here!
Fine,
Get the belt!
play in town. Have fun. See if you make a career out of that.
Oh, Jesus, Dave.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, whatever happened
Just
to that
trying to
guy?
keep
How the
tabs.
hell do I know?
Just trying to keep tabs on him. Man.
Well, I'm sure he'll tweet at you today. Whatever happened to him? Like it's like those TV, like when like they would do like these reunion shows. Or
Where are
whatever.
they now?
Yeah, where are they now? Whatever happened to the guy who played Larry on Three's Company? Well, let's take a look at what's going on with Richard Klein today.
Yeah.
In Dave's world, it's whatever happened. That should be a show for you, Dave.
I'll
on
do
YouTube.
it.
Whatever
I'll do
happened
it.
to you.
I'll do it. All the different charitable endeavors you've embarked on.
We'll play the
I'll
music,
get an
and Dave
update.
can travel up there. I think it's in Maine, and Dave can give him a check for $100.
I'm up for it.
Yeah, I would do that show.
That's pretty good.
Jesus. Go ahead.
Oh, you get to come along with me.
Hold on.
Very loud.
Hold on. As a producer, Dave, what would you say so far about the music and the sound of this?
I like the music.
You do?
Yeah.
Not great mixing, it doesn't feel like.
Oh,
though.
it's
very
yeah.
loud.
Oh, it's obviously super loud
little
for the
busy or
video.
no?
Yeah, but this is like what everybody's
Is that
doing on
typical
Instagram.
cheap intercom? Like they just find the
No,
cheap-
this is Greg Hill. This is the Greg Hill Foundation. I
Oh, it
believe.
is?
Yeah. Yeah.
But he must have. I bet he had someone there do it for him. No.
Yeah, they hired a
I think he
production
did himself,
crew.
Mike. He's like Prince. He does
No,
all,
but I'm saying
plays all
it's,
his
it's
instruments.
someone from Entercom. I'm saying it's not.
Oh yeah, you're probably
Yeah.
right. No?
I don't know. I think he hires out for all
Who
the
gives a
different
fuck?
restaurants.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Milkweed, Mission Hill, to find Gordon, the owner. What were the last 14 months?
All right, I'm going to change my assessment. I think it's an intern because I literally can't hear him.
So when Greg asked about that guy with the last 14 months, you're gonna be like, the guy's gonna be like, great. We've never made more money. It's amazing how good and it's weird that I'm actually here. I own the restaurant, but I actually happen to be here today.
As far as takeout, we've doubled our income.
Like, isn't it kind of weird that everyone's gonna be there? Like, they make it seem like we're surprising these people, and every owner's there.
It'd be great if the guy was just like, I don't know how. I watched the first 2 minutes of it, or 20 seconds of this and turned it off. But it'd be great if this guy was like, "Oh, thank you very much. Get the hell out of
Or
here."
just be like, what the fuck do you think this is gonna do for me? I'm swimming in debt.
What is the camera here for? You're filming me?
Can you just give me the check, you asshole? I am not going to criticize Greg on this. I think it's a nice thing he's doing.
Of course, yeah.
For you.
I'll be honest, it was a nightmare. I can't explain. It's nothing we ever prepared for. Grants and loans from government, from people like yourselves, saved us.
Thanks to everybody who's given to Restaurant Strong and to Grubhub. I brought a check.
Oh,
so
fantastic.
That's a $5,000 check.
You guys are amazing.
$5,000 check for you.
I know exactly where it's going.
It's nice.
I do always wonder though, and this isn't even shitting on
That's
him either.
nice. That's nice.
But
That's nice.
Is it better? Should you give like one restaurant all of that money, or divvy it up 5,000 each?
Just say fuck them the other ones?
Well, I mean, then you're really helping one or two restaurants.
I just don't know. I legitimately don't know what $5,000 does for a real. I don't know. I'm sure it doesn't hurt.
So that guy speaking said he needed a new oven, which seems pretty vital to the operation of the
I would say
business.
so.
How much does that cost?
It made it seem like he could buy the oven.
Did he need a new oven like before the pandemic? Like did the corona did this oven get coronavirus?
I don't want to bury his business while he's getting help here.
Look up the cost of an oven at like a restaurant. I would think that's
That's got to be expensive.
Was it like a pizzeria or like a brick oven or a
That'd be very expensive, I think.
right?
Yeah.
20 grand or anything?
Really? I didn't think that expensive.
The Warthog would know, wouldn't he?
He would. Let's call him up.
Oh, no, thanks. Jesus, that's that witch of his.
That's where you'll be sitting if you get invited to this.
No. God, the last thing you see is that you're not inviting her to the wedding.
Between
are you?
but you'll be between her and one lucky Minifan.
Oh, the commercial ovens, I got to get a quote. Some of the smaller ones are like $8,000.
Well, call up a place.
Oh, you want me to find a place?
I'm curious. How's Warthog doing?
He's good.
He's out of the restaurant business, right?
He is.
What's he doing?
He's in the appliance business.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Doing what? Selling appliances?
I don't know exactly what he does.
What the fuck else would he be doing in the appliance business? Like building them?
Maybe. He's a very he's an
He seemed to
intuitive
be
guy.
a very handy guy.
He is. Very
Is he or no?
No, not particularly.
Have you talked to him at all? It seems like you guys are having a bit of a falling out.
No, not at all. We text every day.
Okay.
Not of anything real important.
I don't believe that. I'm sure it's very important. I'm sure it's big world issues. He has
It typically is. Yeah.
big thoughts on them. All right, what are we calling here?
We're calling, oh shit, what's the name?
Good. That's fine.
Thank you for calling.
Ah,
Press 6 to continue.
sounds like they could have used Greg Hill's money. Shut down.
This call may be recorded.
Ooh, you're damn right about that. So we're safe then.
Oh yeah.
Steve would be all excited.
Cadam. Cadam Restaurant Supply.
I hardly know him.
It's a great day. Can you tell them how many direct your calls?
I'm looking to talk to somebody about purchasing an oven.
My pleasure.
To ensure the
It's
quality
her pleasure
of
that I'm
customer
going to talk to somebody about
experiences,
purchasing an
this
oven.
call will be
What
recorded.
happened? Was that a sneeze or
By her?
what was that noise? Yeah.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Thank you for calling K-Town. This is Dylan. How may I help you?
Dylan, hi. This is Kirk Minahan. How are you?
Good.
Good. I'm looking to purchase if I was looking to purchase a commercial oven for a restaurant, I was looking for a quote for. What kind of money are we talking here? What kind of dough? What kind of skedaddle?
Yeah. How big?
A good size. One of your good size ones.
A lot of volume in the restaurant.
Yeah.
So like a 60-inch range?
I would say more like 60. Oh, did you say 60 inch? I was thinking 60 inch. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, we've got things that vary. I mean, if you're needing one with a flat top grill,
Yep.
or if you're needing just all burners, what are you looking for? Are you looking for one with a griddle and a charbroiler, or just a griddle, or what? There's a bunch of options.
I'd go with I would say just the griddle. Yeah.
So that one, I mean, that one's going to be my house brand. I've got one for $25-$30. We've got some by then that are, I mean, going to be right there like the $3,400 mark.
Oh,
And then
okay.
it goes up from there, just based off of the modifications that you make to the unit.
Okay. So the check worked. Okay, great.
Yeah,
Thanks.
seems reasonable. All right,
Thanks,
thank
Dylan.
you.
Hell, you talk thing.
Right now that guy's thinking, what? Did he want the oven? I don't understand.
First, I thought he was saying 20. I thought he was saying 25,000 to 34,000.
I thought so too. I was like, holy shit.
Jeez, but he's doing a good thing.
Yeah, a couple ovens.
There you go. All right, what else is going on?
Not too much. Did you hear Rogan on the Olympics?
No, I didn't hear Rogan on the Olympics. Nor do I care.
Well, you
about
touched
Rogan.
like literally every topic. You decided to do like 5 minutes on it this morning. Everything we were going to touch.
Well, yeah, that's what we do.
I know, but I thought you'd go a little bit longer on some of the shit.
On what?
Stephen
on
A.
ovens?
On Stephen A.
Stephen A. You don't work for a show anymore where we spend an hour on Stephen A's comments.
No, I know.
What is there to say about Stephen A's? We did that.
I have like 15 things, and you've already touched on all of them.
Was Jalen Rose very outspoken about Stephen A?
He was very outspoken.
Was he? I didn't see it. Did I miss it?
Good.
Rachel Nichols is like not working right now, right?
I saw some awful announcing tweeted like a leaked memo from ESPN about the Rachel Nichols Maria. I was like, oh, good. I was hoping this story was still lasting.
It's still going on.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. All right, we'll take a few calls and get out of here then. Go ahead, Mike.
Did you happen to see the? I tweeted out a text that I got the other day.
I don't remember.
It was a.
Oh, it was like a random.
Yeah, it was a survey, and the question
the vice
was.
president or something?
The question was based on the first 6 months. Do you think Kamala Harris is ready to take over as president?
Well, yeah, there you
And
go.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, she is.
Oh man, that's not terrifying. Joe, I'm sorry. I don't think you have much longer left.
I'm telling you, it's a very quiet presidency. I paid no
Yes.
attention to it. It's just weird. It's
Yeah.
very strange. Bespoke Post is back this summer. Take your adventures to the next level. New lineup of stuff. Has you covered from travel, outdoor gear to summer styles and grooming goods. Box of Awesome has collections for every single part of your life. Take the quiz. You go to boxofawesome.com. Your answers will help pick out the right Box of Awesome for you. They release new boxes every month across 1 million different categories. Free to sign up, and you can skip a month or cancel anytime as well. Each box only $45, but has over $70 worth of gear inside. I can attest to that. Definitely. It's great. I do love this. You get 20% off your first monthly box when you sign up at boxofawesome.com. Enter my name, Kirk, at checkout. That's boxofawesome.com. Code Kirk for 20% off your first box. Do that today. Box of Awesome. All right, Dave. Did you tweet out the number yet?
Tweeted it out. Not loaded up, but
I'll retweet it in a second. I will say the calls have sucked in the last couple of days, so there you go. We'll see.
They have been rough.
They've been terrible.
Did you see that one of Bill O'Reilly's accusers came out and spoke yesterday? Then she signed
You're still in Jerry mode, though, huh?
What, do you think that's...
No, but you still sound like you're on Jerry's show. Go ahead.
I'm just asking you if
I'll
you
say
saw it.
You can ask anything you like.
I asked Mike if he saw it.
When he told me this morning, he did say with the hesitance that he knew you probably wouldn't.
Yeah,
want to
I
talk
knew you
about
would. There's a lot of stuff. Joe Rogan talking about the Olympics. You probably don't give a shit about that.
What does he say?
He just says that he thinks all the Olympians should be paid, and then he did the
Wow.
Shikari thing. Yeah, I know. I'm just,
What's interesting about that?
there's not a lot of interesting. It's predictable.
Oh, I do have one thing I wanted to mention.
Go ahead.
On patreon.com/blindmike last night. I was with the Channel Zero conspiracy boys, and they mentioned to me, I don't know if this was on air or off, but they said, hey, if Kirk does that thing again that you did with the guys that were in studio last week for the pre-show in Saco, they were like, we'd love a shot. And I thought it would be very fitting if you had, this nice day, people are drinking and socializing, and in the background there's just, Joe Biden's been dead for 6 months.
You have those guys on your show?
Yeah, once a month they come on and we talk conspiracies.
I don't think I like those guys. I forget. I don't like one of them.
No, I think you do.
They reached out. I said I'd let them know if you brought
So
it
where are
back
we
up.
at with that?
We just got to come up with more people to come because we didn't allow anybody in.
But a bunch of people reached out again for Friday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Potentially for Friday.
Potentially for Friday.
We may do it again on Friday. We'll see. Who are we talking about?
There's one of the Barstool athletes that I was telling you about who hosts a podcast.
Okay.
He might be able to come. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. Channel Zero reached out again. DJK, that's
Oh,
right.
right.
He was,
Alistair Black.
Who's that?
Alistair Black.
Was he an intern? I wasn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
remember?
Jesus. He's still, I forgot about him.
Yeah.
He went away, huh?
He did.
Is that like 2 years ago or a year ago?
It was last summer.
Okay, yeah. All right.
I'm trying to think of who
Did you text me a
else.
bunch of names or no?
Yes, I'm looking. You don't. Well, Harmon, be a man.
I thought you meant to come in for like a full show. I mean, if he
Oh,
wants
no, he wants to do the podcast.
to- we'll see. I don't know.
That's a big get.
Huge get. There's a chance we might not just do it all. Doesn't seem like that's the way it's heading.
It seemed like that's
really?
from the second you mentioned it, really.
All right, they're loaded up, Dave?
They're loaded up.
All right, we'll take a few calls. Get the fuck out of here. Jesus, these people are driving me crazy today.
8-5.
What's this idea that you and Justin have for after the show today?
It's a podcast that is very similar to an old podcast that used to happen with your old show.
Oh, the producer show?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to try that. I know it's not
The real J&D.
I mean, Dave is unbelievable. He's got every idea is recycled. Every idea.
I mean, I can relate
Well,
to
you
that.
act like, what are we going to innovate with everything we're doing?
Not a good goal, Dave. You're right.
Oh, no, you're
apologize.
right. Like the YouTube thing wasn't a big change.
apologize.
That wasn't a big deal. All right.
Doing shows on you, but that's not exactly. Other shows do it.
Other shows do shows on YouTube, you mean?
As we have done, by the way. We've done live shows on YouTube before.
Oh, no, I know, but I'm just being
So how is that
consistently-
innovative?
No, I didn't say it was innovative. I just said it's a good idea. We should be doing ideas.
Dave just said his goal is not to be innovative.
That's correct.
Okay.
I didn't say my goal
What
was
do you
not to be
expect?
innovative. I said, yeah, do you expect us to innovate every fucking idea?
Your expectations should be not to
Right.
innovate.
Well, they are.
Yes.
They are
Well,
low
then good.
expectations, to be
Everyone
fair.
gets it.
All right, okay. Good morning, or whatever it is. You're on the Kirk Minahan Show with Mike Geary, Dave Cullinane, and Justin Trudell. Hello.
Good morning, guys. How you doing? How's
doing
everything?
Fine. They're fine, thank you. Everything's fine.
So that's what you want to hear, man. So just quick comment and question. So I just moved into Boston, and I'm trying
Into
to
the
get,
city
you know,
itself, or
a
no?
feel. I mean, I moved to Southie.
Oh God, that sounds so awful.
Yeah, they're waking me up, you know, at 12 o'clock, and I'm sleeping, and the hammering down on the stairs, and the white boys drinking their White Claws and all that garbage.
Okay.
It's been a fun time. But anyway, so I'm listening to, I'm a WFAN guy, so true, and I'm listening to Sports Hub, and they are awful. Holy crap, they are bad, really bad. So my question for you, Kirk, is how did you get through sports talk radio when you don't really give a shit, and then how did you prepare yourself to, and talk every day about sports,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, thank you for the call. Toward the end, I didn't. That's kind of part of the reason why I left as well. At first I kind of cared and I would do it. And if you go listen to old shows, I'm sure you'll find a lot of segments where we talk about it. But I would always kind of mock it a little bit once in a while, particularly as the shows went on. But the last year or two, I've said this before, I didn't watch any of these games, none of them.
But there was a time where you genuinely enjoyed it, or no?
Sure.
Never.
Yeah, sure. But toward the end, I would watch Patriots games, but nothing else. I didn't watch a Celtics play. I wouldn't watch a playoff game. I wouldn't watch a Red Sox game. I would never watch a Bruins game. I did none of that stuff.
I always wonder if you're the best at faking at it, or if that's what a lot of guys do and you just wouldn't know.
It's a good question.
It's
a good question. I mean, I do think some of the I know Jerry would watch the games.
Right.
He would watch the games.
I imagine Mad Dog watches every game.
I think Felger and Maz watch games.
Yeah.
I think Jim Murray watches games. Dale, I don't, Lou, I'm sure watches. Glenn, I know Glenn. I think they still like it. I think they feel like they have to watch it. Whereas now, the truth is, there are 6 or 8 moments you're definitely going to talk about the next day after a big game, and watch those.
Right.
You want to dump on the announcers a little bit, you'll see it on Twitter, and then you can go in and bullshit, and then turn a story into it. It's not the best. You're not doing you're not serving your audience the best, but who cares about them?
I certainly couldn't do it based on my soccer talk yesterday. I got a real beating for that.
What, based on yesterday?
Monday, rather.
Oh, on this show?
Yeah.
We talked about soccer?
Yeah, we just
Oh, boy,
butchered.
did we.
We butchered the cup.
I was not even close.
Who cares? I hate, so what? I hate soccer people to point that. Fuck off.
But I'll say the amount of people prove that it's somewhat popular, at least. Or maybe every soccer
Same
fan
thing
on
as
the planet.
always. It's that little crowd. They take it very passionately.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy, they gave me a school.
Just still load up, Dave?
Still load up.
All right. We're off to a rousing start.
617.
Hi, Kirk, Dave, and Mike. This is John Peltier, the Madawaska
Oh, you
DUI
sound
guy, but not
so,
DUI
you sound
guy.
so drunk.
He's
Jesus.
all fucked up.
Absolutely loaded. What happened?
I am standing on one foot right now.
I thought you were saying you're standing in front of the
what
studio. I was
happened
about to fucking freak out. Go ahead. Oh, thank you, John.
I was parked right in front of Big Rick's, and when I came out, I followed GPS, which turned me around, and there was a cop 300 yards right up on the right from Big Rick's. So I looked at my GPS and swerved in a little bit, and then when I was taking the turn, I slowed down. He said 15 miles an hour under the speed limit. So he stopped me about a quarter of a mile up.
Okay.
Said, license, registration, gave it to him. He was back in about a minute. He goes, have you been drinking? I said, no, I had O'Doul's. You can look at my cooler. He goes, I'm going to do a field sobriety test. So he put his low lights on, and we were on a hill in the dark about 11:30. He did the pen thing.
Yep.
About 5 times each way, and then I thought I did okay on that. And then he did 9 steps heel to toe, and I was it looked like I was drunk. Same thing with 1 foot up for 11 seconds.
Did somebody say you actually can't drink alcohol? Is that right or no?
No, I can. I very rarely do.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I think they were just looking for Minifans that night.
Oh, no question.
Looks like you got a taillight out, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he took me to the station.
Boy, I'm not gonna lie to you, John.
Didn't
One second, John. I'm not gonna. I don't know about you guys. If I was going to the Madawaska police station, I'd be like, oh fuck.
Oh, jeez.
You could be in there forever.
Yeah, how are you going to get out? That's a good point. Oh, fuck.
They take your phone or something, you are gone. So go ahead.
So I go in, and they you pull in right in the garage, and they took me into a room and goes, the breathalyzer takes about 15 minutes to warm up. And he screwed up. He put in the wrong date, so we had to do it over. He was asking me questions,
right,
and stuff. And I was a little nervous because
I would be.
I know there's a little alcohol in it, but he said it would take like 10 of them to equal one beer. So blew the breathalyzer and blew zeros.
Jeez.
And
Thank God.
He was very nice, very professional.
Yeah.
I did call the police chief of Madawaska up. And, just want to let him know that he had a professional officer. And he was like you with Big Rick. He wanted to get off the phone so fast. But
really?
I kept him on for a while. Yeah.
I know the feeling. Yeah. well, no, but all kidding aside, I'm glad. John's a good guy. Great fan. I'm glad that I'm sorry you had to go through that, but geez, I'm glad it worked out. That would have been a nightmare. Jeez.
He's on like a PR tour trying to correct a
Thanks,
record
John.
on that one.
Who's
that? John.
Okay.
DMs and all that.
Making
stuff.
sure everyone knows.
Yeah, making sure everybody.
This seems like the one place you could probably just do it. That was about 3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
A month ago now.
I'd forgotten about it, but now I didn't. Okay, well, good for John. They're still loaded up, David?
Still loaded up.
When you get arrested now and they give you like one phone call, do they let you look through your phone for phone numbers?
Good question.
Because I wouldn't know. I don't even know Alba's phone number, I don't
I
think.
don't know the answer to that. I don't think you make
I had a situation like that, and I think I don't think they gave me my phone.
What was
I
the
think I
situation? You got arrested for DUI?
No, what was it? No, I didn't know that my car insurance expired,
right?
And I was driving the car, and they legitimately pulled me over, put me in handcuffs, and brought me to Walpole PD.
How long ago was this?
This is back in the Boston.com morning show days. I don't know if you remember that show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that the whole show?
Boston Radio.
No, I actually just got back because I was leaving at 3 o'clock. I made the show in like 5 minutes. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. Jeez. Thank God for the listeners.
Dozens
I pulled
of
that
people
off.
were
Thank
concerned
God.
about that.
Thank God.
Wow. All right,
Can you
hello.
love Cullinan's mugshot?
I would like to see it.
Could I get that? Could I get that? Probably, right?
Hello. Yeah, I think we'll see it today. Hello.
Back in 2010, Kirk, on the Bradford Files.
Yes.
You named your top 5 sports movies.
Ooh.
And you said they hadn't made a good sports movie since the end of the 80s. Has the 2010 through 2020 sports movies, have any of those cracked into your top 5?
Oh, no.
I can't think of one good one.
Jesus Christ. Like, what's your name?
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah. What would be what would even be in consideration?
I don't know if Creed maybe would have cracked in.
Oh, if that
over
counts.
Chariots of Fire.
Well,
How about Moneyball?
Nah, I didn't like Moneyball that much.
It might have been over 10 years ago, too.
That was 2011, I think.
Oh, okay.
I want to say. Maybe you might be right. No, I think it was
You were
2011.
talking about Moneyball coming out, and you weren't sure if it would translate to a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. I mean, it was good, but do I think of it as like Slapshot or Rocky or the Bad News Bears?
You didn't have Rocky. Your Rocky wasn't in your top.
Well, Rocky
5.
to me is almost like, it's funny you say, because I'm thinking of it while I'm talking to you. I almost think of the Rocky series is like, because they're way up my favorite movie list. I don't even think of them oddly as sports movies. Of course they are.
That was my reaction when he said Creed. I was like, I guess.
But they are. I mean, if I had to rank the Rocky movies, I would go. Are you asking the way? Do I the best Rocky movies or the Rocky movies I like to watch the most? What's the question? I guess that's the debate. You see?
Oh, I wasn't the question on Rocky.
I know Jeremiah, but I don't give a fuck.
Top 5.
I'll give my top 5 sports movies. Hold on. Right now, today, Jeremiah, you're asking July 14th of 2021. What are my 5 favorite sports movies?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Number 1, Slapshot. Number 2, Rocky 3. Well, I'm not going to count the Rockies. I'm not going to put all the Rockies in there. I'll be Rockies. I'm going to go Slapshot, Hoosiers, Chariots of Fire, Breaking Away, and it's the 5th one. I'm just spitballing here. I'll go Bull Durham 5 right now.
Okay, so can I give you your list from 2010?
Yes, I can see how I've changed, how I've
See what
evolved.
changed?
Yes.
Number 1, Slapshot. So
Okay.
that's the same.
Good.
Number 2, you had as Raging Bull.
See, do I count that?
I don't know if that counts as a
See, in my
sports movie.
mind today, if you want to count all those as sports movies, then it would have to be there for sure. But yeah, go ahead.
I didn't. You did. That's all I'm saying.
This guy's aggressive now.
Oh, the guy's a fact checker. I have a problem with that. Okay, go ahead, Jeremiah.
Number three, you had as Hoosiers. Now,
Okay.
would you say you jumped Hoosiers because you have more of a sentimental thing for
Gene Hackman?
Gene Hackman?
Maybe.
Now that he's,
Well, he's not dead. He's not dead, but yes.
Number-
Go ahead.
I know he's not, but he's definitely in your mind more, I'd say. Number 4,
I do
you
think about
had
him a lot,
Chariots
actually. It's
of
true.
Fire.
Yep.
Number 5, you had Bill Durham. So
Okay, it's not that
it was
different,
pretty much
Jeremiah.
The same list.
Not that different.
No, I didn't say it was that different.
Okay, I'm just saying. Jesus.
This guy is confrontational.
I like him. He's got a little spirit. I like him.
Well,
I like it.
No, but I will say, you on a movie podcast with Bradford, oh my God, that was great. He was stumbling over everything.
Yeah, and then not
All right, let's actually talk about
his strength.
movies.
All right. Well, thank you, Jeremiah. Call back anytime, buddy. All right. They're still loaded up, Dave?
They're still loaded up.
I remember Rob. So Rob would go to the movies all the time by himself, which is great. I would too. But I remember one time he went to see the remake of the movie Solaris, which George Clooney was in, a space movie.
Mm-hmm.
And he would always go to if you want to find Rob in the movie theater, you go up to the AMC in Liberty. He'll be there by himself, believe me. He doesn't care. He loves the people know who he is.
There will be people that wait now.
He saw like a 1:30 Solaris, fell asleep during it. And then somehow, I guess he said there was nobody there to even clean it. He said somebody came in and poked him during the next movie and woke him up during which is pretty funny. He can sleep.
You like Rocky 3 more than Rocky 1? I was surprised.
Just in terms of rewatchability. Rocky 1's a better movie, but in terms of just fun, like if one is on like Showtime and the other one's on Showtime 2 or whatever, I'm watching Rocky 3.
Did The Fighter win any awards? I was going to say, that was in, what year was that?
Christian Bale
Christian Bale was
won.
definitely
and,
nominated,
Christian
right?
Bale won and Melissa Leo won for supporting actress. But it's not like, do you think about The Fighter at all? Like if it's on, like you don't really care.
No, but that was a good movie.
It was
I
fine.
haven't watched it since it theaters.
Yeah, that's what I
but-
mean. But that's what I mean. It was fine. It was okay. It was good. But Bale was great.
I was gonna say another movie that Christian Bale kind of you think better of, like the same way Heath Ledger was in The Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale was in The Fighter. I feel like it made it a better movie.
One of the great. I mean, he's one of the great actors ever. Like of his generation, Bale. Like I wonder sometimes with him now though. Like when you play Batman, I don't know what the next 20 years of his career are going to be like. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
He hasn't done much lately. I think what's the last thing he was in?
He did the movie with Damon that was nominated for Best Picture.
Ford versus Ferrari?
Yeah. Which was okay.
He played Dick Cheney too, right?
Yeah.
It was
he was good.
somewhat recent.
The movie stunk, but he was good in it.
Yeah.
Great actor. Lunatic, but he's a great actor.
I think you could relate to that clip.
No, the question. I remember Ben Stiller was on. I think it was with Stern. I remember watching the clip, and he was in, I think it was Empire of the Sun, when Bale was, the Spielberg movie, when Bale was a kid actor in it. And Stiller was like as a small role in it. And Stern's like, were you surprised? Like, no, Bale was like that when he was like 10 years old.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, he's just crazy. Go ahead.
978.
Turkey, how we doing, man?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, I got a question for you. Both Callahan or get the passenger seat at Saratoga, New York with Michael Nancy behind the wheel.
No chance.
Well, that's legitimately
It's
dangerous.
Yeah. I would love to go to a Trump rally with Jerry. That'd be
great. Look at him. Look at Trump. He's great.
It's true. You're right. You would say that.
You'd get the Cullinane.
By the way, history, I will say, one second before you give this terrible option. Second thing. Jerry was so anti-Trump in the 2016 primary, so pro-Cruz. If somebody goes back and finds it, he would shit on Trump. I know he's run away from that all the time. He fucking loved Ted Cruz. Loved him.
He's a religious man.
Oh, loved him.
He would probably just tell you now that he grew to Trump because he's better than the alternative.
Correct. Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, it's either that or you get wrapped around a telephone pole with that drunk bastard, Mike Nancy.
I heard you the first. Okay, we're good. I think we've established.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you were at a rally with Jerry, to get the Cullinane lean in like, I knew he was going to do this.
So it's going to happen. Yeah. I love everyone dumping on Mutt. Like, you know, the guy's not been arrested for drunk driving in like a month, and people are still absolutely
really?
ripping.
That recently?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It just happened.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, it just happened.
Poor guy.
617.
I talked to him yesterday. We had a nice talk. He's doing well.
Good.
Yeah, he's doing good. He asked about Cullinane.
Did he?
Yes, he
I've
did.
never met Mutt.
It's incredible. I can't believe that. It's amazing. It's incredible to find that out.
He doesn't ask about me. I think Mutt dislikes me. I've gotten that vibe.
I just think he knows what you are, Mike. Like what's left to say? You know.
Well, that's much worse. I'd rather he didn't like me.
I don't think he likes you. I think both are true.
Oh, thank you. That's a little better.
He's always been supportive of you.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. You,
all right.
You were on your show, didn't he?
No.
Oh, he didn't? Oh.
I remember when I had you on.
Yeah.
I said that I was like, Mutt turned me down, and you were like, why? I said, he told me to get back to him at the All-Star break. And you go, the All-Star break?
All-Star break.
So it was very busy during baseball season.
Jeez. They're still loaded up, Dave?
Still loaded
All right,
up.
let's talk about 3Chi here. The industry leader in Delta-8 THC product. You have to be 21 to purchase, but it's available at 3chi.com. That's number 3, CHI.com, and retailers around the country. Amazing buzz, great body feel with a clearer head, less anxiety and paranoia. Federally legal version of, as I said, THC, and more functional alternative to marijuana. This is not CBD. It will give you a buzz, so use responsibly. Again, go to 3chi.com to get your vapes, gummies, oils that can be used to make homemade edibles. Use code KIRK2021 at checkout. 5% off your order. Code KIRK2021 at checkout. Thanks to 3Chi for helping us out again this week. They've been a good partner to us here for a while. We love them. Go to 3chi.com today, all you paranoid, psychotic Minifans, to get a little bit of the edge off. All right, hello. You're up. Talk to me.
617.
Talk to me. Show me a sign. You're switching sides like you Gemini.
There.
Hello.
Next one, we got 508.
Hey, Dave. Well, hello to everybody. This is your father, Dave. Jack Colleen. How are you?
Hello,
Big Jack.
How are you,
Colleen.
Dad?
Wow.
Good to hear from you, Dad.
Wow.
Well, just calling to see, how's work today? Doing a little bit better.
Not often, Mike. I mean, not often we have registered sex offenders on the show.
That's not.
Is that the case now?
That is not the case.
What are you talking about?
He's a one-woman man.
He's unregistered?
He's an unwoman.
Oh, I agree.
You
Women
don't have
aren't
to
the
cheat
issue.
on your wife to be a sex offender.
Women aren't the issue, Dave. Women aren't the issue.
What's up, Dad?
Kirk, I really only have one regret when it comes to sex in this life.
Well,
I bet. I bet Big Jack. We're just kidding. We know Big Jack he's a good man, right, Dave?
Good man. Good
man. Good. What is he? Is he retired?
Should have pulled out.
No, not yet.
Oh, what does he do? We understand the
in the
joke. What does Big Jack do for a living?
Construction. So
Does he run a construction company or?
Yeah, like his own. He's a subcontractor for one of the big guys. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
That's good. Good dad.
Good, great dad.
That's
Best in the
nice.
world. Changes the tires when I need help. He's a man. A man's
Changes the
man.
tires when fucking. That's
Yep.
amazing. That's a real talent.
That's impressive.
Yep.
That's quite a guy. All right. No, we like Big Jack. I've never met Big Jack.
No?
No.
You
never
will meet
never
Big
met
Jack.
Steve's
Why is that?
parents either.
Big Jack is not. He doesn't go out often.
Talking about the Wilbur?
He will not be at the Wilbur. No.
Okay, fine.
No.
Okay. All right. Hello.
Hey guys, what's going on? Speaking of Mutt, real fast, I met Mutt last night. Well, I saw Mutt last night. Is he like Bradford? Does he like when people know who he is or no?
Oh my God, he loves it. Loves it. Loves
Really?
it. Loves it. Oh, loves it. Loves it.
Fuck, I would have introduced myself last night. I didn't. I talked to him. I walked by him.
I don't think you want to talk to you.
I
I think I know who this is.
Is it Rob?
Yeah.
I thought so.
Sounds like Rob. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was you. No, he does not like to be recognized. Actually, you know what? He does like to be recognized. And he wants to be. You know what?
Yeah.
Mutt's the kind of guy too. Think of him more as kind of a mentor type.
Oh,
Yeah, ask him a little bit how to get in the business.
A little advice.
Yes.
right under his wing.
I think so.
Nuzzle up.
Where'd you see him?
We have a Chelmsford track and field camp for our kids. It's terrible.
Oh
my
yeah,
God.
yeah. I was actually talking about that. Yeah, go ahead.
It's torture. And then Cullinane kind of making it sound like I went, a twosome with me and Kelleher the other day. It was.
All right, we're good.
16
Okay.
people
Yeah, I
breaking
don't
off.
know what you're talking
No,
about.
come on.
Fucking figure it out. Dave, believe me. Dave will text you about it. Jesus
You
Christ.
can DM me, Rob.
God,
Yeah.
this still loaded up, Dave?
Still loaded up.
People are fucking crazy.
I don't remember what you said about
Who cares? Shut up.
him. He's defending his honor.
508. Nope. Oh, goodbye. You missed it.
So sad.
Sorry.
That could have been the one.
I think that guy had it. I don't know what it was. He had it.
Where are all the characters lately? All the.
They hate Cullinane.
Is that true?
Yeah, they're Steve guys. They have to be, right?
Oh, that makes sense. Well, lines up.
860.
I like the fact that Justin may tell Erica in the conversation. 1 second. He may tell Erica, I also clean the bathrooms.
It's a good possibility based on today, yeah.
You know.
Just so you know, I keep that place
If it's a
spick
deal
and
breaker,
span.
I mean, these guys, you could eat out. Someone tried to eat out of this toilet, as a matter of fact.
That's true. And he would have been perfectly fine.
He would have been totally healthy.
I assure you.
Totally healthy. All right. Hello.
Hey, Kirk, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey, it's Dino Raja.
Oh, I haven't heard from Dino.
There we go.
How are you, Dino?
I'm doing good. I got two questions here. Now that you got Cullinane in there, did Jerry give him shit, or did he complain about all the drops where he was in the clubhouse raping boys and protected by Tom? Did he like flip out over that?
No, I can answer that. I'd be very surprised.
No, he never talked about it.
No,
He was scared of you.
I told Jerry to stop listening to the show, and he did. Actually, he says it now, I'll start listening to him, and he tells me. I told him to stop listening to the show just because it's going to piss him off.
Well, you're in his head clearly because he wants to bring you up, but then he like slowly gets to saying
my
your
old
name.
partner.
Yeah, he's like slowly. He doesn't want to do it, but he has to. It's a weird thing.
It comes from a good place. Though,
Yeah,
I
it
think.
does.
And I told him, don't listen to the show because it's just going to piss you off.
Yeah.
I mean, we made fun like 30 times today. He cannot take it.
Yeah, and I'm sure everyone knows it's a joke.
Oh,
that
of
he's-
course.
Yeah.
Of course. What else, Dino?
Another question. So, where the hell do you find these ratings? Like, I wanted to see the WEI ratings, like the latest book. How do you find these? Because they push them on Twitter, but I never see. I don't know where to find them.
Oh, like where? Yeah, it's so it's actually
It was
it's-
always a pain in the ass, I remember.
Yeah, it's not like Nielsen. Like they just there's no place. I think you have to subscribe to some weird thing.
You can only get the overalls. You can only get like the what is it? It's not even 18 plus. It's like 8 plus.
Right.
or
Well, all we
something.
care about is 2554 today, which is gonna be a bloodbath. But yeah, I get them from certain people within the industry. That's what I would say. I won't give away.
Yeah, I usually just follow that Boston Radio Watch.
Yeah,
That's,
but he
where,
doesn't
that's where I would always see.
Oh, Cullinane?
Yes.
He doesn't actually give. He doesn't do 2554s though.
Oh, okay.
I think he
doesn't
just
have
does
that?
overalls, right,
Gotcha.
Dave?
He does. He does sometimes.
Finn
He
will
does
have it
yeah.
later, and he won't even write about it.
He gets all defensive. Well, actually, he's
sorry,
got a lot
Dave.
of stuff.
Davey does a good job. Sorry, he's really good. I should have mentioned that to Erica. She says, "What does Dave do?" Well, I'll send you this link, Erica. He also runs a Boston Radio Watch Twitter account. What do you want him to do? Do you want him to help the show? Jesus.
He helps Jerry's producers. He's got a lot on his
Oh,
plate.
shit. Like, he'll get to us eventually. Jeez, we're just paying him. What do you want him to do?
617.
All aboard.
Wow.
Oh, there
Wow.
he is.
It's been
My
a lot.
guy.
John, where have you been?
I hate to disappoint you. I'm just trying out.
Oh, fuck.
That was a great
I know,
John
that was a
Stewart.
dick move.
Was that the
Was it?
was that a drop? Or
Yeah,
was
that sounded like a drop.
Let me hear it again.
No, that's me. Want me to do it again?
Yeah.
All aboard.
That's pretty good.
The first one was better.
You hear it better
Yeah.
that time. Oh, jeez. Where is he?
So good that's
No
my
idea.
only friggin' talent.
Kirk,
I can do a great John Stewart. No, not the one you're thinking of.
It's quirky.
So I do have a version of F, Marry, Kill, real quick one for you
Sure.
if you'd be interested.
I guess. Go
Okay.
ahead.
Which kind of like the last guy, which you rather? You have to do one.
Okay.
Listen to Mike talk or shout for an hour reviewing
Tim.
comics.
Oh,
Tim.
Tim.
I already, it doesn't even matter what the other options are. I know A is out.
Kill that.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Patreon.com/blindmike.
Thank you.
Relaughable. Go
Yes,
ahead.
please.
When does that start?
Probably the fall
An
will start
hour
releasing.
alone.
Good idea. Go ahead.
Well, it's a bad idea.
It's a
An
good
hour
idea, I'm
alone
saying.
with Cullinane. Listening to Cullinane talk about fan engagement for a straight hour.
Wow, no, that's.
I'm back in.
This is, yeah.
And just like that.
Wow.
Or Steve coming back to talk for 1 hour straight about Bitcoin.
Oh.
You have to choose one.
Ooh, interesting.
Who's the comic?
Interesting,
It's got to be some obscure nobody that.
You're right. The Mike
that's
pretends
not
like
even
he's
funny.
right. Yeah. Like yeah, I saw him last weekend. He's great. Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Right. Was that like the, you
So
know,
last
something
week.
about Saturday night?
Give me one, Mike. Give me one.
Don Rickles.
No, like that.
Oh,
what
an
do you say?
obscure guy now?
Yeah.
Joe List.
Okay. I mean, I can't. I got to go with Steve because at least I can have fun. I can make fun of Steve. Oof. An hour's a long time.
Mm-hmm. I think
Straight
Dave, you
out.
would have the
And
most
don't forget,
fun.
Mike's yelling too.
Right.
He's not just talking.
Oh, don't worry. I
He's
understand.
just
I understand.
volume
I understand. No, I understand.
I've caught myself a little more lately.
I understand.
I'll hang up and listen to your answer.
Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Tim. That's a good question.
I'll go Mike first. Woo. Steve second. Dave third.
I think you would have the most fun with Dave. It would agitate you.
Yeah, but at least it's show based. It's about the fans of the show.
I know, it's all just.
Yeah, that's.
Now, what if we? Because I think you actually
say.
enjoy this one. What if we throw in Star Wars talk with Justin?
I see. I could do that.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely.
See, Justin, another point in his favor.
Absolutely. Still loaded up, Dave?
Still loaded up.
Tell
Take
Eric
a
that.
few more. Yeah, see, things are working out for him.
Yeah.
Would episode 3 with Justin and I suffice? I'm not sure. I don't
What?
know where else to go. I feel like
What are you
watch a movie.
Who is this? What?
I try to come in with something you love, and
Okay, we're good.
Justin
I
is.
understand. The fuck he's talking
Episode. Oh, is he talking about watching a movie without Justin?
I don't know.
Do we
Take
know
a few
that
more
one?
in a second. First, of
No.
course, we got to talk about Milton's. We love Milton's. The store for men, South Shore Plaza, Braintree, Chestnut Hill Square, Chestnut Hill, or online at miltons.com. All the great clothes. Mike's got his Milton stuff on today. So do I, by the way. Go to Milton's, miltons.com. Carabas could sure use it. I will say that. I mean, God damn it. He looks ridiculous.
Showing off.
An
For the
absolute
ladies.
asshole. Go to miltons.com today. Miltons.com for all your needs. Chestnut Hill Square in Chestnut Hill or South Shore Plaza, Braintree. Go to miltons.com today. What is going on? A meeting of the minds back here. What's going on, Dave?
What's
What?
that?
What's going on?
He's just talking to me about something.
About what?
He said to bring up the 5K.
Oh, we'll do that Friday. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We'll do it at
Okay.
the start of the show Friday.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Justin. We'll do it at the start of the show Friday.
That's good.
Mike is running a 5K in September, which I'm looking for.
What's happening?
That's right. You heard me.
I didn't know that.
That's right. Hello.
774.
I think Tim stole my thunder.
Wow.
Oh, there it is.
Wait a minute.
There
Wait
we
a minute. Wait a minute. Is it Tim again? That would be incredible.
How's everybody doing?
John, where
Johnny Stew.
you been?
What are the odds of that?
You wonder.
Had some changes at work, so
Everything
I was
okay?
trying to be very diligent to but it's just trying to be very diligent for my employer during the
I understand.
9 to 5 hours, kind of like a Bendison move.
Yes, exactly. Wow. It's quite a throwback. Yes. Geez, I forgot about him. Yeah. What's going on, buddy?
Have you ever listened to the Brett Easton Ellis podcast?
I have a couple of times. Yeah.
With some of the film directors like Walter Hill or
Yep.
people like that?
Yep. You know who has one
Pretty good,
too
huh?
is it's pretty good. The other guy who has one is Joe Dante. The
I'll
guy.
check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good.
You know what actually sounded interesting too was the podcast Tarantino mentioned that he's doing.
Yes, we'll
I don't know if
see.
he's going to care about it or not.
Yeah,
but
it'd be hard for me to imagine that he wouldn't be passionate about
I could see that being good.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah.
So on one of the shows, Brett mentioned to the person he's interviewing that almost every great director from the 70s at one point did a musical.
Yeah, I guess that's true, huh? Now Spielberg's
All
doing
different kind of genres of musical, though, right?
Now Spielberg's doing one.
Scorsese did
Right.
one too, right?
Yeah, New York.
Yeah.
Well, Coppola did.
One from the Hot.
Right, and was it Finian's Rainbow? Wasn't that also that musical part too?
Yeah, I think he wrote it.
He wrote it. Right, right.
Actually, Finian's Rainbow is a great example of, I think you might have mentioned it recently, why the studio system died.
Absolutely.
They were just spending all this money on big name talent like Fred Astaire and pouring all this money into musicals that nobody wanted to see.
Right, and then then like The Graduate rolls along and Easy Rider and all these movies, and you're kind of thinking. Another example is Mike Nichols wound up directing the Catch-22 adaptation, which cost a fortune, and then Robert Altman did MASH, which cost nothing, and it made probably 10 times what that made.
Right. So it was almost like a case of Moneyball.
Correct.
Transamerica and these big corporations bought all the
Gulf
the
and
film
Western,
studios,
and,
what
yeah.
was left.
Right.
And some little money man accountant said, "Oh, look how Easy Rider did. We can do a bunch of these for really small money, and maybe they'll return for us."
Which I still think you kind of see the closest version of that today is these cheap horror movies, which they say, let's make this fucking movie and we'll make 50 of them and they'll all cost $10 million. And if 8 of them are big hits, then we make our money. I think that's the closest you have to it today, which is weird, but yeah.
Yeah, horror is really not my genre.
No,
have you ever
me
noticed?
either.
Have you ever noticed how much Brett Ellis Easton these days looks like Philip Seymour Hoffman in Moneyball?
Looks like Art Howe?
He looks like how Philip Seymour Hoffman looked playing Art Howe.
Yeah, which was weird casting with it. But Philip Seymour Hoffman was such a great actor that when he was cast as Art Howe, I was like, this is stupid. But it was actually believable in that movie.
Does that not look? I don't remember what Art Howe looked like, but I just picture him as Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Art Howe was in good shape. Like he was.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I just picture him as a typical manager.
Yeah, he was kind of. Yeah, he didn't really look like that. And he was also a very nice guy.
Oh, okay.
The book makes him out. Michael Lewis makes. That's the weakness of the book. Is Michael Lewis makes Billy Bean out to be a genius. Everyone else is stupid.
Well, I also thought the weakness of Moneyball was that, like, hey, can you believe this small market team got bounced from the first round of the playoffs every year? Like, who gives a fuck?
But it would be like you'd have every scout, everyone in the front office would be like, we don't care about on base percentage. Like that's bullshit. Like there were plenty of people who already cared about sabermetrics, but they made Michael Lewis fell in love with Billy Bean, right? Like just from a storytelling perspective. Anything else, Johnny?
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman also was in one of Mike Nichols' last movies, Charlie Wilson's War.
Yeah,
and again in like very suspect casting. You'd think you'd get some Greek for that, right?
Right, and both were Sorkin scripts, I think, right?
I'm not sure about Moneyball. I think
Moneyball definitely was. Yeah.
My former congressman has a radio show on Sundays, and he was going on and on about Black Panther one Sunday, and just like to get him off of it, I called and talked to him about Charlie Wilson because they served together in the Congress.
Interesting.
I love that Jon Stewart's calling radio stations just to get the guys back on track.
Huh. Everything else is good.
It sounds like between the book Charlie Wilson's War and the movie, it sounds like it was a great time to be alive in Washington if you knew the right players, right?
Well, yeah. It was not. It seemed to me, John, that you were a little you were getting a little anti-Steve Robinson as his tenure ended here. Is that accurate to say or no?
Oh no.
I know, and I'm not sure at the end if it was a shtick or if it was real hatred. Like at some point he blocked me, and I finally thought, oh, this act's kind of gone like one step too far.
He blocked
you on Twitter?
Yeah.
What would you tweet at him that would lead him to do that?
No, I just called him out for being a liar and a lot
I called him a
scumbag. Well, yeah. Why did you dislike you? But so I'm right. I tapped on something. You didn't like him.
I didn't like that he was lazy about things, like how he had Justin do the Madawaska show, tying it into a T-shirt, and I think he did it again with Sacco. And it's supposedly like just the easiest route for him to figure things out, and people are getting paying maybe a little bit more than they need to, and also the Killer Como gets our sales tax.
Right. All right, John. Thank you. Always good. Are you still loaded up, Dave?
Not fully loaded up.
I will end with John. That's a good way to end it, I think.
I didn't know about that big rivalry.
Well, I remember, it's funny. I don't know why I thought that, but one of the last times he called when Steve was here, there was tension in the air.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Yeah. I remember thinking,
maybe I wasn't here. Yeah.
I have to think there has to be some political motivation, right? I should have asked
perhaps.
that. Yeah.
Is John a Dem?
Could be. Oh, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Like the real Jon Stewart.
That's true. Yes. Well, he is the real Jon Stewart.
Yes, that's true. My apologies.
So you think Tim and Canton, like, at parties will do Jon Stewart impression for people?
And people are like, that's not very good. I don't get it.
With that.
I don't get it.
No, you don't. You're right. You don't get it.
No.
Let me explain it to you.
It's actually great.
He calls and just talks about movies forever. You seen any good movies lately, Colin?
No, nothing really.
Okay. That's what Jerry would always say about you, too. He doesn't care about movies. He cares about wrestling and Barstool. That's it.
Wrestling's a big thing with him.
Jerry?
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry.
Craig mentioned Stone Cold Steve Austin once, and now that's like every episode. Jerry
Who's
mentions
that? Who is that guy we're talking about?
Yeah, but Jerry gave me like, I'm in that worst time for
I went to a wrestling show once. I had to cover it. I had blood on me at the end of it. I'm sure he told you that story.
Is that a story of his?
Yes. Oh, yeah. I had blood. There was Baron von Raschke, or whatever it was. What's that, Dave?
No, just say I'm in the worst time for kids. 4 and 2. I think it's awful. And the pandemic didn't help. So, like I used to go to mows all the time.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been nothing of consequence. I know Black Widow came out. Nobody seemed to like it. The reviews are middling at best. And it does seem like another finger wagging, like woke movie.
Well, at least the Emmys were lighting the world on fire.
It made $60 million on Disney Plus though. That's a lot. That's huge.
Well, I know, and if you think about that, that's I don't know if we talked about it here or not, but that's $60 million just Disney. Like you have to split with the theaters.
Yes.
So that's just $60 million Disney money.
Theaters made 80, right? So almost, yeah.
So that's like, but I think a studio gets like 50 of that. Whereas when it's 60, when it's your thing at Disney Plus, that's all yours. That's all profit.
Yep.
Oh, the Emmy nominations are unbelievable. Just like the old days.
Very good.
Just trying to make no points at all.
All very important shows. Yeah.
I mean, what was nominated?
Ted Lasso is the one that I watched and isn't bad. Like, if that was, I think because it's on Apple, there's a different,
Right.
you look at it as a little corny, but if it was on, like, NBC, you'd be like, oh, this is a good show.
That's where it should be, really. Like, it could be very easily.
Pretty easily.
That's where the networks blow it. Like, that could, I mean, they had that property, essentially.
Right, exactly.
Should
And
be.
Jason Sudeikis was an SNL guy. It seems easy enough,
Right,
you know?
yes.
But, yeah, other than that, I don't think I knew of anything that was nominated, really.
And I saw WandaVision got like 25 nominations.
Yeah, and the West Wing, like, reboot where they told you to vote.
It got
But I don't-
nominated?
Yeah, that got nominated for something.
Oh, Jesus. It was dreadful. I love the old West Wing the first couple of years. It was awful watching it.
Hamilton got nominated because they put
good.
it on Disney Plus.
Good, thank God.
Yeah.
I saw the headline on one of the newspapers was Courtney Cox got nominated for her first Emmy. I'm like, what the fuck is she
Oh
doing?
yeah, that got nominated too. Friends got nominated.
Just for the
Friends reunion.
HBO Max.
Wasn't one where they just talked about like the show?
I don't know if she got nominated for something separately,
Oh,
but
must
that
have been,
that
right?
the reunion got nominated.
For what? Was that just like a
Probably best special or documentary or
didn't
something? I
they
have
just
no
like
idea.
tell stories about the show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
It was actually well done for one of those
Was
things.
it? I
Yeah, it actually was.
I've never
Yeah.
seen an episode of Friends, so I had no.
If you were a fan, I would have been disappointed. It was a cool thing to watch. Like if you're a fan,
Right.
you're like, oh, that's cool. They're all getting together. Like if Seinfeld did that, it'd be kind of cool. But also they billed it originally as like, hey, the show is coming back.
Right.
So you expected like 6 episodes of Friends or something.
That's what I thought when the West Wing they announced. I was like, oh, it might not be great, but Sorkin's going to write a new script. They're going to do a new episode. That's kind of interesting. And it just turned out they just did an old one.
Get out and vote.
Yeah. I mean, I imagine the Queen's Gambit got a shitload of nominations. That was great.
Oh, probably.
And Mayor of Easttown, I would think, got a bunch of nominations. I would guess.
I don't remember hearing that.
Maybe
but possibly.
maybe it's too late as well. Maybe it's next year.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Best special pre-recorded for the Friends reunion.
It's a fucking category. What were the best drama in comedy shows?
Let me get back to it. Yeah. I just looked up Courtney Cox because she wasn't on the list of all the other ones, so I had to look.
She's a terrible actress. I mean, I'm not, it's just,
You didn't like her in Ace Ventura?
She was good. She's good in Cocoon 2.
Let's see. Best comedy, Blackish, Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai is great.
Yep. Best drama, The Boys, Bridgerton, The Crown, Handmaid's Tale, Mandalorian, This Is Us. That's it. Lovecraft
Well, at
Country.
least I've heard of a lot of those.
Yeah. Comedies?
That was the one that I was just talking about. The Blackish, Cobra Kai, Emily in Paris, Hacks, The Flight Attendant, What's Pen 15, Ted Lasso.
Okay. If you look at the way Pen 15 is spelled, Dave, it's sort of a...
Well, it looked like penis. I almost
It's a
said
play-
penis.
That's what it is, a plan.
Yeah.
I believe it's a plan.
I thought I
I've
almost
not
said
seen
penis.
the program, but there you go. So Bob Hart's Abershon not nominated.
No.
That's very disappointing.
It's strange. It's still in the air,
Still
by the
kicking
way.
though. Yeah.
It's amazing.
We picked a winner.
So we did ride with it. All right. So we'll be back Friday. We'll see Mike on Monday. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, big weekend coming up.
Oh yes, a lot
Yeah?
of crazy stuff.
Patreon.com/Blind Mike, by the way. What do we got?
Thank you very much. Well, last night, like I said, we had the Conspiracy Boys on. Tonight, we get Wildly Offensive. So if you want to go to the $10
is that right?
tier. Well, I don't know. Like by today's standards, I would probably get in trouble for it if anyone knew who I was.
Okay, well, good.
But yeah, so go to patreon.com/Blind Mike and a live stream tomorrow at 8.
What else? What do we got, Dave? What are you promoting? Anything?
Nothing. Justin and I are going to do some crazy idea that I'm hoping
Is that going to go up today or no?
I'm going to send it to you for approval, and then we'll see.
Well, it's gonna stink.
Just approve it.
Just put it up.
Oh, okay. I'll put it up.
But
I was
like
going to do
YouTube or what?
Yeah, on YouTube, on the network YouTube channel.
So does that take the place of Justin's wrap-up show?
No, we actually made a point of saying no. I know.
God.
Thank
You can't
God.
mess
Yeah,
with-
we're
you
not
can't mess
canceling
with that sort of
We're
thing
not
when
canceling.
you're in a
that.
groove.
We do need people. If people want to do shows on the network, though, we're searching them out. That's why Montante was on. Kirkenoff is going to join the network.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Well,
wow. What a network.
Montana, he's a one name guy now.
Jesus Christ. All right, we're back Friday. I don't know what we're doing Friday for a show, but I know we'll have Gilbert Gottfried on at the end of the show anyway on Friday, which I think Mike, it was going to be a good time.
I'll be back then.
Dave wanted it to be 6 hours, but
He seemed like he had fun.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. All right, we'll talk to you then.